have the first game incoming already. So we start with Interdimension against Zuma. It's on Mongols. On Prairie, we will start with 2 scouts. And remember now, we have 3 1v1s, and whoever wins 2 out of those is getting 1 big point. So let's see, Mongol War, Kellens, tell me everything you know about it.
I think the typical strategy is to go with about 4 schools and then about 3 or 4 castles, and then, I mean, Nilly, you know just as much as I do probably about this war. It's fairly simple in terms of build order. A lot of it has to do with the micro. Needless to say, it's not a favorite war of mine. I like to have more of a fast-paced war, but nevertheless, it's really interesting to see these two play because they were both on the Turkey A team for War is Coming as the DMers, and I feel like they're kind of almost rivals now after not teaming together anymore in DM.
Indeed, Interdimension teaming, Jitar forming probably the best 2v2 team, at least on paper, but not performing too great, although they made it second place in an extremely tough Group A there, so absolutely not disappointing too much. So obviously Mongols War, one of the slower ones you said, but remember guys, Prairie is played on a flat ground, so no hills to camp on, so most games are going a bit quicker than normal Arabia.
That's a good point. I didn't really think about that. And so far I'm not really liking the build order of Interdimension. He only has 1 castle being worked on, and he's not playing aggressively at all. And even Zuma, he's only building 2, of which he has both up now, but I would always build at least 3 in a Mongol war right off that.
Yeah,
they also made a lot of stibbles.
Training a lot against China, at least from what I heard from doing a fast build, but not reflecting in this game. You can see 8 villagers for Interdimension and 12 for Zuma already, and that's not with second town centers, so absolutely only killing the first villagers with his 2 scouts. Nice job there by Zuma.
And you can see that Zuma is trying to get on the map fast. He has a camel sitting over there and those gold mines on the right. If I'm either one of these players, I'm either thinking that I'm going to take that gold on the right, or if I am Zuma, I want to try to put pressure on the forward golds of Orcut, or I mean of Interdimension. And then you can see that Interdimension, he's already thinking that as well, so he's kind of defending in that direction, not really putting a lot of emphasis on the right. But I really think the game is going to boil down to those gold mines on the right. Oh, and you can see now that Zuma is looking for those. Hopefully he's going to try to build something on those quickly.
Let's see, obviously, as you mentioned, trying to fight there. We can see 3 relics in this right direction there as well. So absolutely an important area. This left area is pretty important for Interdimension as well, having all 3 gold spots. But Mongol's so good in defending, so this should be no problem for him to secure those gold spots. You can easily defend with castles, mango dice, and your precious siege onagers, so everything good there.
I totally agree, yeah. This battle and everything is going to come down to the right side. I mean, if you control that right side, you even potentially control 4 relics. And I don't really know what Zuma's doing right now. He has an army moving left. That seems like a terrible mistake.
By all the important spots being on the right hand side, you always obviously want to go there, and even some precious wills and denying the castle. Didn't mention that is so good start for him now. Now the attack on the left hand side is coming, blocking a siege workshop there, killing some villagers of Interdimension, but yeah, not too much important damage for now.
Yeah, Zuma's trying to slow down the gold action, I think, but it's not a smart move to do at this point, I don't think. I would not attempt to do that.
Yeah, and especially Mongols War being one of the slowest wars we have, it's not too important to block the first gold income, like if you want to compare it to something like Marion's War or even Han's War.
Right. And Zuma just wasted all those Mangadai on the left there, Interdimension's base. I would say this is an ugly start so far for him. You can see that Interdimension, he's building a castle right on that gold mine. That's must be something of a misclick. I would never build it on the gold mine like that.
If you're sending like 10 villagers or less than 10 villagers, it's totally fine. And I would be surprised if we see like 20 villagers working here. So it is fine for now. And the castle might not even go up if Zuma's sending more units, but on the same side, on the same time, dimension sending. Exactly that. So the run for the relic started. On the right hand side, Interdimension got one. On the left hand side, Zuma securing 1 and 3. Kind of neutral ones in the middle still being fought for, but Interdimension should get, I think, 3 and Zuma 2.
Zuma's monk just walked straight into that castle. That was really foolish.
Oh yeah, that's true. Maybe you just clicked it on the left hand side. Where's this monastery? Ah yeah, they're more on the back, a bit more to the north, and you could have avoided something. Let's take a look at the villager count. Zuma have the 82 villagers. As you can see, already a lot on gold and wood. No farms just yet because you don't need too much. Having 20,000 food helps you so much and keeps you in the game quite for some time. Only still having more than 4k left there in the dimension, who still built a lot of hussars and yeah, did stop production on that for now.
Who took the market? Do you have any idea?
Let's take a quick peek at Golden Come. It's both 4k, so most likely no player took the market. Or Interdimension doesn't have one, and Zuma... Oh, Zuma sold some food and wood, so... I think it had to be...
I was wondering if he actually sold it, because I noticed that Interdimension had a lot more resources in terms of gold, so he may have built it and then deleted it, but...
I think it has to be Interdimension, because he is very low on his mining gold, but he got like close to the same gold amount.
Exactly. So, yeah, I think he must have the market.
Yeah. So, let's take a look. There's still the right hand side, the most fought for thing most likely in this game. And Zuma is building a nice forward base here, and sniping Samangara is trying to reinforce for Interdimension on the right hand side. So let's see now, big onager shots could come in. Let's see how the splitting is.
This is going to be one hell of a fight right here, yeah.
Oh god, no hussars to snipe onagers at this stage. I think a bit of a mistake.
Oh man, Interdimension sniped all of those onagers so quickly.
Indeed, yeah. Zuma sending them in one group. I think that's a bit of a mistake, not doing any special formations or special groups for several onagers there.
Luckily for Zuma, he did manage to snipe the monk going over there on the left to the relic. So then he managed to hold off Interdimension off that relic, but...
Oh, let's see now the patrol! Oh no, stop micro afterwards, and there should be close to no lag. Both players from Turkey there, and both having pretty solid connections as well. So let's see. Oh, another engagement. Onager shots could be big. Oh, and more onagers coming in. I think Zuma will lose everything there.
There may be a little bit of lag. I know that Interdimension is in he's in Belgium for studies. So.
Oh yeah, that's true. That's true. Yeah, I didn't remember that.
But still.
Yeah, his connection is absolutely fine. So the lag should be very minimal if there is any like noticeable lag at all. So still the fight for the
I would say
relic on the left hand side. So Interdimension will have 3 relics, I think. Let's take a look. Zuma got, I think, 0.
Yep.
Interdimension should
Interdimension's
get
got 3.
Exactly that, and still 2 non-taken ones. And he gets the extra gold spots. So gold-wise, it's so good for Interdimension here. Market, relics, and extra gold spots.
Right. Yes, and this game seems to be really one-sided at this point. You can see that Interdimension, he's mining the golds, he took the market, I mean, and now he has a relic advantage. There's really nothing going for Zuma at this point.
This time he still has opportunity to get 2 relics, and he has a lot of map control and some ratings going on, but only raiding some wood villagers. He still has a lot of map control, so if he keeps like the map control for the whole time, it would be absolutely great for him. but Interdimension obviously will try to deny him from exactly that, and will just have the superior gold army with Onagers and Mango Dice against the army of Zuma with Mango Dice, and soon to add some Hussars. Let's take a look at gold count: 5k for Interdimension and 189 for Zuma, and not rising. He's totally out of gold. He's already totally out of gold.
Ratio. In Interdimension's 360 kills, 291 deaths. So
yeah.
Clearly Interdimension is winning the fight very, very well. So, and you, oh man, look at Zuma. He's wasting more of his main Gudai right now. He's trying to go for some kind of raid on those gold mines, but
yeah, but he should never go with the full troop there.
If Zuma does want any chance in this game, he needs to find a way to take those gold mines on the right very quickly here. But he just wasted even more Mega Die in that fight in the middle.
Oh yeah, not having any Onager support there. And I think Zuma should maybe think about not raiding anymore, but try to do a final push, either into the main base of Interdimension, which will be hard, or on the gold spot, on the neutral gold spot, to get him back into the game. But now I think he's trying to be cost efficient and not lose any gold unit, but he's doing a poor job there, losing, yes, just single Onagers and single Mango Dice.
Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and say this game is already over. look at the resources.
Let's take a look. Oh, Zuma absolutely at the limit. No gold. Very low on food and wood. The farm eco looks kind of okay. Let's see. A lot of stables on the left-hand side and even some archery. Something we don't see too often in the Mongols war.
Yeah, he must be thinking about doing some skirmishers, but when you're against someone who has that much resources, I mean, Interdimension has more than 3k on food and wood and more than 5k gold sitting there in the bank. I mean, there's nothing that he's going to be able to do to stop now.
Yeah, and still getting gold at the same time. Zuma now secured one relic for him, as you can see here, not getting the second one, although it's basically on the table for such a long time. But remember guys, it's very tough to get a lot of wood, but now Interdimension got so much map control, so he kind of was able to expand, not using his now kind of empty wood spot in the north, so it absolutely should be fine for him. And yeah, as you already said, I think this will only go into one direction, and most likely into the face of Zuma here.
Yeah, 6k gold now for Interdimension, it just seems...
Jesus.
Oh,
and this
like
castle looks a bit weird, and most of the time I don't like castles like in the middle of the map, not securing any important areas, but this one is securing the relic actually. That's extremely interesting, that's something you don't see too often. But I think it could be sniped easily if Zuma's going for, yeah, a nice amount of traps and Mango Dice again.
I would think Interdimension probably has a good idea about his resource lead, and so egging on Zuma to make any trebs is just going to put him even more forward and on the gold advantage. So really, I don't see it being like that move at all. And plus, with having 6 trebs and he still has almost 7k gold now, it's just a phenomenal lead. Like, this is just a massive lead. I don't see how there's any way he can lose from this point.
Yeah, Interdimension playing the Jitar style now, just not finishing the game, but slowly getting more ahead, killing a unit there, killing a unit here, not losing your main army, and just, yeah, it feels like a slow death animation of Zuma at this stage of the game.
Right. Yeah, and I think that's just how he plays. Or, you know, like the classic DMers, the old school DMers, they tend to play very, very carefully. So, you know, Interdimension and Jidba, they are very careful players. Even if they have a lead, they know better than to just spoil it.
Yeah. So clever, obviously. Zuma, his only chance would be if Interdimension wasted his army like 3 times now even going for the castles. And if the castles are going down, obviously all the hopes of a Mongol player are going down with it, because you can't build your precious elite Mango Dice, the most cost-effective unit in the game. And,
oh yeah, definitely.
Then your hopes are dying with it.
Yeah, this game is definitely over.
So let's take a look. Zuma still trying to get some food eco, trying to get some control of all the areas, but in Dimension realize, okay, I have the middle, I'm controlling the left hand side, let's secure the right hand side, building a castle, building siege workshops, having a castle there already, preparing new traps and new mango dice. Oh, he's doing everything right at this stage. Having beautiful army control, and now even getting the force relic, a relic he should never have gotten in this whole game. Oh man, Zuma still at pop 160 and trying to prepare another attack. On the left hand side he's trying to launch an attack there, castle, siege workshop, and a lot of mango dice. But yeah,
there is no point.
It is a trap, right?
Yeah, it's definitely a trap. There's nothing he's doing for it. Not even a wood eco, and there's no farms there. There's just absolutely no reason. Yeah, I guess the relics are a little bit of a but
so it's like so tough for him to get any siege support, and then you're fighting with mango dice against mango dice and siege onagers, and every castle you build you will have to fight. Oh, sweet job there. But yeah, the castle will die, nothing there to snipe, a trap if you have to fight against mango dice and onagers at the same time. So this castle will only delay the death of his army, and at the same time he's losing all his castles at home. Such a tough game for Zuma to continue here.
Yeah, and you can see that he just wasted all of his hussars trying to build a couple onagers and a trebuchet there in the middle. And he's losing that castle up north now.
Yeah, and now he's going back with his mango dice army, maybe preparing a big attack in the middle. If he had like 40 hussars now, he could take this fight in the middle, but he only has pop 130, so no chance of having 40 hussars if he has only 45 military units at this stage of the game. Oh, and Zuma GG's. Convincing game by Interdimension here.
Very convincing indeed, yeah.
But not resigning, maybe wanted to snipe the trap, and then he went out of the game. So guys, we will not talk about this game for too long, because we are obviously trying to jump into the other games if we find one. Let's see, this evening could be quite long. Let's see if we can jump into the other games and how they're doing. No games. No, they finished the other game, so... What? Oh, okay, so we can show you both games, actually.
Yep.
Okay, so Jitar's still missing. Oh no, Jitar got here. So we... What's going on? It's okay, so the other games will be it will be Spring against Leash on Hans Green Arabia, and Goswell Ghost Lake Leaf against Jitar there. Okay, so all the players now joining, but some players are, it seems like AFK.
Oh, thank you, you wonderful man!
Okay, so because the game started so quickly, we weren't able to talk too much about the teams. Obviously, we have Horse Force here with Interdimension and Jitar. And this, how the system worked was you had a 2v2 tournament, and after you got into the final 8 teams, you were allowed to draft another player. And they drafted Spring. And the other team is Quendi C, so we had a lot of Quendi teams playing with Leaf and Leash, and they drafted Zuma.
Yeah, we were pretty happy to put on teams for the tournament. We were actually shooting to put a 4th team on. The 4th team would have been Josh and Jordan, which is Improvise, and you know, Josh has so many names. You know, at one point he made 57 2K names.
What?
Like, hard to believe.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, Josh was like the king of the Smurfs, but Anyway, those two play phenomenal together in 2 vs 2. Like, it's amazing how good they are. And it's really a shame they didn't make the D team, but oh well.
So I think we want to see the Jitba Goth game, right? Or do we want
Yeah,
to see
it's tough.
the Hans Arabia? I think we will see that often enough. Or we saw it often enough.
That's a good point.
Yeah, there will be no Hans Arabia anymore, but still, I think Ghost Lake is very like entertaining.
Yeah, if it were up to me, I would probably put Leaf against Spring, but I'm not sure. Too bad the Quendi C team seems to have Leash. Leash, his worst civ is definitely Huns, but I mean, he's a great player. He's probably one of the hardest players that I've played against in recent times in 1 vs 1s, but his Huns is definitely his weakest point, even though he's capable of being very good at them. He has had times where he's been very good at them,
Okay.
but he seemed shaky with them. Whereas Leaf, he's very, very consistent with Huns. He'll play good at Huns no matter what time. I mean, he won't play for months and come back and be able to play the exact same Huns as if he were playing actively.
Okay.
So I would say that I would have had Leaf play against Spring. It seems like a pretty likely win. Then Leash versus Jidba would have been a smart move, but maybe that's just my decision. I don't know.
Well, I think we had a lot of discussion before because we wanted to start the 1v1s earlier. And I think Sacrifice played for Quendi B, right?
Right.
Yeah, exactly, because someone was asking that in the chat. They want to, I think, seed the worst player against Jitba and try to take the other two 1v1s.
Yeah, I would agree with you. I really think that JB, for one, he's underrated. Like he could be a really good player when he wants to be, and he's also good at hunts. Whereas I think Leash can be kind of shaky on hunts. So that's why I feel like Leaf would be maybe a good choice against Spring. It's a tough one.
Okay, yeah, absolutely. Obviously, taking 1v1s from Interdimension and Jitba will be so tough. And Spring improved a lot on 1v1 as well. What's his rate now? It's close to 1900 as well in 1v1 Hunts War, right?
Right.
He improved so much. Even like
yeah,
in the last
Spring,
2 weeks.
He's
1917.
Really
It's pretty damn solid.
oh yeah, he's definitely a good player. But I think it has weaknesses. It's just not too many players know how to exploit those weaknesses.
I had a pretty nice game for my ego against him, and I was even allowed to stream it and tell everyone how I thought, how he would play, and how I wanted to adjust, and worked out beautifully. And yeah, it was very good for my ego.
Yeah, I feel like you've had your ego knocked quite a bit in recent times. A 20-win streak, and one of those was even on me. So.
Oh, I wouldn't have
That
mentioned
Viking
it,
War
but
we
tell
did.
me more about this game.
Yeah, you outplayed me pretty well, hands down. So
Oh.
I need to get
After the
revenge at
game,
one
it,
point or
I
another.
heard, it was laggy, wasn't it, and stuff.
Yeah. I only made the wrong unit combo for how the game was kind of controlled. There was kind of like a unit lag, but it was not you. It was definitely me because I played more games the next day, and my computer kept lagging. I must have had some kind of virus or something, but
So
nevertheless,
it seems like we are jumping
it was-
into the 1v1 Leaf against Spring Hunts for GA then. Oh man, we might
Oh,
be
look
in
at
for
that.
quite some game here. And quite some time. And some people are there from Europe. Interdimension obviously being GMT +1. I think Jitba is GMT +2. Zuma should be GMT +2. So it will be extremely late for them. Already 11 p.m. for some Europeans. And I think it could be midnight for Zuma and
It is.
Jitar.
It is midnight for him. Yeah.
So, still players not as organized as you would wish. Obviously, having finished only one single 1v1 game after close to 1 hour. Or if you want to say after like 4 hours, because this game was delayed like 3 hours. But they launched the game. So we will see Leaf against Spring Hans GA. You think Spring did become very good, but he has some weaknesses. Will Leaf be able to exploit those?
We will see. I don't think Leaf will attempt to. I think he'll just end up playing his usual style, and it'll end up being who has the better technique in this game. And a lot of it will come down to map, I think.
Oh man. Yeah, we already talked about the time zones of Turkey and Greek. And Zuma already is saying that it's getting very late for him, so not really sure what to tell them. I think Jitar, go play your 1v1.
Yes.
And then we can at least jump into the other games as fast as possible.
Exactly, yeah. Yeah, I just told Leash to go host.
Allow late spectate. So only 30 seconds to go to get into the second 1v1. We are playing game 2 at the stage. It's still 1-0, and Horse was leading with 1 small point. So Hans War, and let's see, do you expect someone to go for an early market?
Definitely not Leaf. Won't take market at all. He's just one of those guys who just plays anti-market every single game. I think Spring's gonna go for the late market.
Okay.
Spring doing a 5-5-8 strategy. So that's a pretty typical marketer strategy.
5-5-8. So for deathmatch for guys who don't know deathmatch too much, that means 5 stables, 5 barracks, and 8 archeries. And he's getting the market to get more gold to sell some food, wood, and maybe even stone. Let's take a look how Lee will approach the defense. He will go for 4 stables, 5 racks, and 7 archeries. So he will get a bit outproduced there.
Yes, he will, definitely. But you kind of expect that from the market player to make more buildings because they have the more gold to do it. I think Leaf's strategy, the 4-5-7 strategy, that's kind of something that he's done for a long time. Like him and maybe Jitar, I think they tend to do that 4-5-7 a lot. So we'll see how he can use it. He needs to start building some forward castles on that hill right away. I don't know why he's not trying to go for it yet. And the population advantage already for Spring. This is not going well for Leaf at all.
So what hill do you mean? You mean the hill in front of Leaf's base?
That huge one in the middle.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
It extends all the way to Rain Spring.
Yeah, absolutely, controlling so much of the map. And going for quite... Oh, and he's building a defensive castle on the left-hand side. Let's see how Leaf will survive this. Villager count 11 to 11. Military count pretty even as well. So it's looking okay-ish for Leaf for now. But Spring might be able to get more map control. And remember guys, Quendi is not allowed to lose another game if they want to get the first point here. Now patrolling into the hill. Obviously all players are sending everything now, as you can see, but it feels like Leaf is having way more paladins than Spring.
Yeah, but Spring is definitely going to have the advantage of this fight.
Sending, not sending, really. Everything. It feels like Spring has 40 more military count or 30 more military count, but on the map it looks like Leaf is doing fine, but now finishing the castle on the hill this will help out so much. Having rams already against simply no rams of Leaf, only now one coming in, and I think Leaf shouldn't overcommit against this hill here.
Yeah, the reason why he's trying to is he saw that Spring sent those paladins on his gold mine at the bottom, and he thought that it made his middle army weaker, and he might be able to take the middle, but unfortunately that didn't work out. And at this point, he has a delayed gold income. This is going to be tough for Leaf, but if Leaf manages to hold here for a little while, he'll suddenly have a nice advantage because you know the Spring is very low on wood and food from taking market. I mean, low in comparison, I should say.
Yeah, absolutely. We are gold mining here, and yeah, absolutely. Leaf needs to, just get some time. He's down 50 population, only having 150 against the max out Spring, having a lot of rams, even preparing some raids on the right hand side. Nice job there, and a lot of army is on the right hand side for Leaf, so he will absolutely struggle if Spring decides to do a final push in the middle, or not a final push, but a very committing push in the middle. I think Leaf should have some problems holding here.
I don't know. Spring kept sending so many things to raid that he's almost lost his opportunity to win the middle easily.
Yeah, and not fighting with Soul Army, and it's looking good for Leaf concerning points now, taking better fights. We will take a quick peek at kill to death rate here. It should be so much better for Spring having the market, but it is better for Leaf at this stage. So poor unit handling there by Spring.
Yeah, and Spring is definitely wasting his market advantage. At this point, it's starting to become the anti-market's advantage. If he waits much longer, then yeah, it's going to be purely Leaf advantage. Despite that hill, though. That hill is kind of the one crux that Spring has to fall back on.
Yeah, let's take a quick peek at relics. It seems like Leaf got 2 secured. Spring should get 2 secured pretty easily, and 1 is kind of neutral or better for Leaf. Let's take a look. Left hand side, Spring is sending everything, but in the range of 1 castle and a lot of Leaf.
Badly.
So yeah, or only blue dead bodies, some red ones as well. And I don't like that Spring is not building a single trap in this game yet. He has 2 castles there and the hill, and all his coverages. It's so tough to kill traps there, and yeah, he's just not doing the greatest attack here, and Leaf is looking kind of good in position now, 170 against the max out Spring.
Yeah, this is starting to look really good for Leaf, I think. If you look at the resources for Spring, he can really afford to keep pumping units very much longer. Leaf, he's starting to get a really nice gold income, so he's going to be able to just really pump out the nice armies here in a very short amount of time. It's just a matter of him being able to capitalize on his advantage now. And you can see that Leaf, he could definitely sense it. He's starting to send rams, he's attacking on the right side on that castle. Now he's going to try to probably hit the middle with his 4 rams there, and he's got a couple trebuchets.
And Leaf having traps at 3 different positionings, so tough to control them all, but he's doing a good job sniping the castle here. Oh no, he wasn't sniping it. A lot of coverage was helping out there against the ram, and the trap got sniped as well. So only the traps in the middle now working for now, because the trap on the left hand side died as well. It's tough to control all the sides, but both players are doing quite a nice job fighting at 3 different positions at this stage of the game. So much to handle.
Leaf just needs to watch out for his wood. He's definitely low on wood, but he's good on everything else. If I were him, I would try to some form of a raid at this point. I mean, anytime you're fighting against a marketer, then you know that when the
Bring a big attack, sorry to interrupt, but a Calf Archers patrolling into the Calf Archers and Halberdiers, so Halberdiers are getting quite a good, okay fight here, and I think Spring took, oh, that was so bad, just patrolling with everything without any meat shield in front of him, so the Halberdiers got the possible best engagement they could ever ask for if you fight against Calf Archers there.
And look at Leaf, he's saving up Paladins, he's about ready to make a really hard punch.
And getting the castle on the right hand side.
This is going really nicely for Leaf, he's going to try to hit middle. If he takes that middle, that's going to be a big thing that swings this game in his advantage.
Leaf has good resources. If he gets all the resources on the map, he could easily get this, so that maybe he's even doing it now. Let's take a look. 2 traps and a lot of rams coming in. Spring desperately trying to hold on. Having 2 castles and the hill advantage will help him out a lot. But is it enough? Because we still have a lot of heavy Calf Archers and paladins trying to climb this hill. And I think he broke the first castle, and he should be able to break the second castle. The traps now rerouting, packing themselves, and he should go for the second castle anytime now, but no rams anymore, so he needs to retreat against the castle fire there.
I think he's going to continue the aggression. He could feel the resource advantage that he has.
And now getting all the resources on the map. Let's take a quick peek. Paladins produce, Calf Archers, no, Halberdiers, yes. So Paladins, Calf Archer, Paladins, Calf Archer, trying to secure the hill. More traps shooting down the second castle. And yeah, it will just be the Calf Archers for Spring trying to hold on there. And he's standing more and more, but no meat shield. Since he lost all this wood and food into the market, he just wasn't able to produce enough Halberdiers to support him in any good fights there. His eco was just so slow. Now having some farms, but it feels like less than 50 farms at minute 22. That's too late, Spring.
You can see, look at the population differences now. Leaf, he has a really nice army.
Oh, and maybe even denying this castle. All the villagers going down. Oh god. This is being denied for such a high HP.
95%.
95%. And yeah, he will never finish that castle and all the Calf Archers there. And now Leaf got into the Calf Archers again. Let's take a quick peek. Spring is desperately trying to get this castle up. But with what defense is he trying to accomplish that? Because the rams just, if you right click on the castle will instantly die. The traps should be coming pretty soon. And now he's not even taking good fights on the right hand side with the hills. Just not having enough rams. And now it's 170 against 120. I think we will see GG by Spring pretty soon.
This is an excellent anti-mark strategy by Leaf. I mean, he just executed on what he knows how to do best. Even with that huge hill that conquers, like, you know, a huge portion of this map, he managed to do a really good anti-market here. So I give Leaf props on even how he's executed on this game so far, even if he were to lose.
Oh, I think he will not lose. 100 against basically maxed out. All the 5 relics not taken yet. The gold spot being blocked. Spring absolutely at the limit with the resources. 400, under 100, and 300, and 700. So not a combined of 2,000 resources even. So no chance of ever getting back into a healthy army with his low eco. And look at this. He has 1 farm working at this time of the game. How will he ever get into Paladins or Halberdiers here? No chance. Now he's trying to get some farms, but very vulnerable farms, and not the perfect ones either. So, oh, I was wrong. He have 3 farms, but still no chance to fight off this big army of Leaf. He's knocking at the door and he's knocking strong. Oh, even sending villagers now to get the main gold spot of Spring. You know, most of the time when your enemy is getting your main gold spot even, it's not looking good for you.
I think we're going to see a GG call here in a second.
Yeah, Spring
you
obviously.
You can see Leaf is being careful by debooming his eco now. He wants to make sure he secures the win.
Yeah, but not getting any rakes, only now building a monastery, yeah. So that was a bit late, I would say. But still, he had so much to care about, fighting at 3 fronts. Now he's not getting the best map control, but yeah, if he is getting all the production facilities, he simply does not have to take care about any map control. And I don't see Spring like having any creative ideas to come back into this game. So very anticlimactic ending, like in the first game.
Yeah, I would agree.
Even no skirms being added now. Not much other production going on. No rams. Pop 100. All resources at the limit. Let's take a look at the TCs. Only one TC working. That's not good for a comeback. Let's see. Maybe Leaf is now trying to climb the hill and then go for the final push because this army is going down. All the hopes of Spring are going down as well. Now Rams obviously helping out so much, and Leaf is going for the final blow, taking the fight here, and Spring is trying to get on the hill as well, but it will be so tough fighting against the Ram, and yeah, just not the numbers against the coverages. Now with Skirm's doing a great job, but after all this army will die. I think Spring will tab out, and I don't see any coverages going out there. But for now he's killing the army of Leaf, but Leaf can easily replenish all this army. Let's take a look. He lost like 60 army there, and he's still at 60 military units. So as you can see, Halberdiers now stringing in some skirms as well. So he absolutely is low on gold. But now even villagers have to fight to, just keep their homes safe. But the town center will go down no matter what here. If you count the dots on the minimap, there will not be too many blue ones. Another town center going down. I think he's now down to 2 town centers only. So not the greatest scenario there for rebooming if you have pop 75 against a maxed out Hans Imperial player and the red trunks here. Now finally GG.
Yeah, there it is.
So let's only take a quick peek at unit skills. So much better for Leaf, although he fought against the market. Resources, obviously, food and wood, so much better for Leaf. Gold still better for Spring, but yeah, just wasted a lot of units there. The players did shed some. Let's see. I pushed at the right time, I guess, when you had smaller army. Damn, maybe I overruled. I had a lot of eco going. Not sure. GG, well played. GG indeed. So let's see if we can jump into the Jitar game if they are playing. No, they are not anymore. So, oh, they didn't play. Jesus. Okay, so we will see all the 1v1s as it seems. So we will see the next games will be Jitar against Leash, the decider for the first point in our place 3 finisher match here. We will have Ghost War on Ghost Lake. We have seen some Ghost Lake and some Ghost War games. What's the main difference between playing Ghost War on Arabia to playing Ghost War on Ghost Lake, Karen?
To be honest, I haven't ever even played a Ghost Lake Goth War, so I can't even really comment too much on that. But
so luckily enough, we have 2 experts here. So the main problem will be since all the middle is blocked with ice, and you can't build anything there, and you have kind of reasonable big wood spots. It's so tough to farm. You have some problems securing your food eco in Ghost War, anyways, but on Ghost Lake it will be even tougher. So we might get into a phase where both players are trying to raid their eco successfully, and we get into the phase where like both players have only like 10 farms and some army and trying to not waste too much, and there's just like a small hole in the game. Or maybe we will just see a big frontal push in the middle. And I think Scorps aren't as good anymore because you have a lot of like area in the middle where you can't hide them properly. So they're extremely vulnerable and exposed a lot of the time. So that's my wild guesses.
I feel like you're spot on. I mean, I feel like there's going to be a lot of raiding. To me, with the Ghost Lake, since you can't really build around the map too easily, and you don't have walls as the Goths, you're probably going to end up having a lot of fights around the map for who can control all the food eco, essentially. A lot of food eco denying is what I think is going to this game will boil down to.
So now we can see Jitper playing the Uprising champion. No, not the Uprising, the Awakening. Yeah, it was the Awakening, right? Yeah. So the last big 1-1 deathmatch tournament. Oh, this still hurts when I tell about this tournament, right, Kellen?
Yeah, it hurts a little bit. I did not want to lose to Viper in the semifinals, so that was rough. Hopefully that's not going to be the case for our future DM1 vs 1 tournament.
Oh. Yeah, big Deathmatch 1-1 tournament coming up. I'm not sure if we spoiled that already, but...
Yeah, I've been anyone who's interested in hearing about it.
So we'll see top players continuing to play, and obviously we might see some great streams as well again.
Yeah, Nilly, you might be a surprise force. I know you don't want me to hype you up at all. You always like to be a guy that kind of hides a little bit, try to be nice, but
as a caster, obviously hype the players playing, not myself. Yeah, I will not consider myself to be like a top 4 finisher, but I think like a quarterfinal performance could be possible. So like aiming for top 5 till top 8, I think it's a reasonable goal for me.
yeah, for sure. I think you're playing at the level that you could definitely do that. If we were to have the tournament right now, it's going to come down to who. that was a violent blowing of your nose, I think, right?
Oh, no, I muted myself, so you were the only one hearing it. Yeah, I didn't mute myself in TeamSpeak, but the listeners were like not too disturbed like you were. Yeah, I didn't care about you. Sorry, mate.
Yeah, it surprised me a little bit, but anyway, yeah, if we were to play the tournament right now, I think you would do very well. It's just going to depend on who can like practice a lot for the actual tournament as it comes up. I know Leash, both Leash and Bastion, which is Sacrifice, I think they will be practicing a lot with me. A lot of us Quendi players will practice together, and I'm sure you could join us too if you wish, but we'll probably try to go pretty far in the tournament, of course.
Obviously. Yeah, you're a big fan of Bastion, and always telling me how good he is, and yeah, he is performing pretty well for sure. I think if he had more time to train, he would go for a big place, top 4 finish maybe, even as well. So, but let's stay
definitely do it, but we'll see.
On this one. Finally, after like 80 minutes of waiting time, we have a first match point for a real point. So, and it's only a best of 9. So, if we count it up, we're in for like 13 hours of playing. If we go for all the games in this speed.
Yeah. Sorry, I put down my
looking
mic
forward to it. Yeah, I was just doing thumb math. If we go like continue in this speed, going for like 80-90 minutes for only 1 point in a best of 9, we could be in for like 12 to 13 hours. I hope you brought some times and some snacks.
I should probably go get some, yeah.
So, what do you think? I think we again have to mention the time for the players, because obviously for Interdimension and Jitper it's getting late. And if we continue with the games, it's obviously not getting earlier. So will their performance decrease?
That's a good question. I'm really not sure. I would imagine that for both Jibba and for Zuma, it's probably the most damaging. I'm really not sure about Interdimension.
Okay. I think he is living the student life anyways, right? So he's not going to bed before 5 anyways.
Right.
Oh, finally they started the game, so the spectator delay did start. Jitar against Leash. Jitar being considered by some to be the best 1v1 player in the world, didn't perform too well, and already lost the Goth War. I think it was the first one against Osade Alegria, who then played in the finals. So, a lot of pressure on him and a lot of eyes, but not the greatest performances by him. Is he maybe not in shape?
He has not played more than, probably less than 20 1 vs 1 games since the Uprising. I mean, since the Awakening.
So let's see how he will do now. Goth War incoming, 2 racks and a house, obviously. Let's take a quick peek at the maps. It's okay for Fudik or for both, I think. It's a bit better for Jitar to go to the north and secure this area with some castles. Obviously, now you want to build a barracks, build 1 halberdier and then Huskarls only. Spam to the other side with Huskarls, raid the villagers. The production is shorter than for champions and the speed. And then build some champions to defend against the Huskar raidings of your enemy. How did I do, Callum?
That's a good summation of it. That pretty much sums up a Goth War, I think. Goth War is one of those wars that you make the same build order almost every single time. It's not very much deviation in terms of build order, but at the same time, there's a lot of deviation in how you end up playing the game. You always end up doing, a lot of raiding, and then like how well you control the middle. I remember in my 1 vs 1 Goth Wars against New Dimension, a lot of the times he would make a really heavy, like a huge heavy Scorpion army, and focus most of his eco just on gold, and that was actually pretty effective against me. So we'll see.
One other thing I have to mention, the players are complaining that the map is too big, but actually it isn't. But obviously you can't spawn too much inside of the map, so I always spawning close to the end of the map, as you can see here. And yeah, Jitar is more in the middle, and therefore the rushes are obviously a lot weaker. So now still a lot of raiding going on, and Leash is doing a bit of a better job, being ahead by 2 villagers as it seems, 12 against 10, and now the first armies clashing in the middle against each other. Well, not armies just yet, but some units. So obviously now taking the first fight isn't too cost efficient, because you fight with your only infantry army against the infantry army and scorpions of the enemy, but it gives you so much map control, the enemy can't go anywhere else. As you can see, Leash is trying to attack and is securing an area pretty close to Jitar's potential Fudik over here, but most likely I will think his most eco will go over here. Let's take a look. Now Leash is retreating and sending in some scorpions. I think this fight should go pretty well for Jitar. He was ahead by 60 population here, 180 against 120, being ahead by 70 military and being down by 3 villagers. So looking great for Jitar. Now if you take only the look at the military at this stage, why is Leash so far behind? Only producing out of 2 of his main barracks, some on the side, but even there Jitar is doing better. And now scorpions are coming in and they are doing great damage against the champions. Champions obviously not performing too well against scorpions.
Right. Yeah, even though there's a humongous, look at that pop difference, 180 to 103, but even though there is that huge difference, I think Leash still has plenty of opportunity to come back in this game. Goth War is one of those wars where you can produce a lot of units very quickly and they're cheap. So he still is not necessarily out of the game by any means.
But now his units are passive, not attacking. Now he reacts again. Oh, this was very bad because the units were clumped up as well. So the scorpions are doing nice damage there. but Jitar is not having too many meat shield units just in front of his Scorpions for now. Now he's doing a better job, and obviously you want your Scorpions to have like a concave all the time and not be too clumped up if you want to go in a Scorpion fight. And now I think Leash should add some Huskarls, maybe even out of his castle at this time, because they would do great damage against the Scorpions there. Let's take a look at the map. If this is denied by Jitar here and Leash is not able to secure this area, it feels like Jitar is 75% of this map and denying food echo.
Right, and even though Jitar is actually getting on food eco quickly here. So Jitar has a nice advantage at this point for sure.
Yeah, being ahead 70 population here, starting his food eco already, and you see, that's what I love about him. Every farm is perfect. Blick, 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 blick. No gaps in between. So good if you compare it to players like Hector or something, who are just wasting population there. Yeah, I know Hector farms. We could go in this 4 days for sure, but this is just so perfect. Like, this one is like the worst farm he will most likely build into the whole game. On such a huge farm of his platoon, and it's so quick as well, and this helps him out so much in his eco as well.
Yeah, it's true. Jitar has always been very efficient in that regard.
But now not taking the best fight in a castle against some Scorpions, but yeah, just the simple denial of the food eco of Leash is giving him such a great advantage here.
On top of that, he's controlling a lot of the map, and he should be going for the relics here very shortly. Although we see that Leash has already got one, he's going to go for a second one here. And he also has that one that's pretty much already secured in his base. If Leash manages to take a relic lead, he might be able to just hang on for long enough that that starts to be, an advantage, especially if he manages to take 4 relics, but I can't see him doing that.
I think he will take 3 relics, or yeah, most likely he will take 3 relics, but relics, probably one of the wars where relics are least important, especially because Jitar got 2 extra gold mines and the faster food eco, so maybe he could even sell some food in like 10 to 15 minutes, so the relic count will not be the most important thing just yet. Now Leash having a lot of scorps, but let's take a quick peek at the farm eco. It is 55 farmers already for Jitar and 31 for Leash. So 31 after 15 minutes is okay if you got raided a lot. And he's even trying to build more, but as you can see, they're so exposed against potential Huskar raidings. And just 55 perfect farms for Jitar, though. Oh no, even worse farms now. So I will take that back, but still extremely solid work there. Okay, now Leash is going aggressive here with a lot of siege here. And ahead of military, since Jitar has 150 wilds already, he is basically maxed out with 205 population, but only 60 military against the 80 military of Leash, and he should, yeah, even increase that amount.
Yeah, I don't feel very good for Leash here. I don't think he's going to be able to hang on in his attack very long.
Oh, and let's see now. Huskars closing the distance against heavy Scorpions. No champions still left, and now the military count is a bit even, but so many costly Scorpions going down here. Even some Huskars coming. They even could have been better after but he patrolled over here and got distracted by one single champion. It's still okay for Leash here, but Jitar being popped 210, and now he will control all the areas. As you can see, units in the middle, units in the top hand side, fighting in the left hand side. Jitar doing everything great at this time. But Leash as well, pop 182.
Yeah, but look at the resources. Jitar has a lot of resources.
Gold is incredible indeed. Over 8k gold there. So maybe some trap snipes now trying to, though this castle will always go down, but still sniping 2 traps, sniping 3 traps, maybe even sniping 4 traps. Will he get a 5th one? The trap was already damaged, but no, he clicked on the onager, trying to do some damage there. And now 4 traps going down for Leash, who only had 3k gold, which is pretty nice for now still.
Yeah, it's funny to be saying that he only has K gold. It's a lot of gold, but it's amazing how much gold Jitar has. I mean, he's at 8,500 almost. That's a ridiculous amount of gold.
And only was having 2 relics, I think. And I think 2 relics indeed against the 3 relics of Leash. So that is settled for now. Touchdown soon incoming. And yeah, I think the most important thing will now be the rating of the ecos. And Jitbar's eco is quite well spread. I think the most vulnerable part is over here, was only having 1 castle protection. The food eco of Leaf is quite, yeah, okay as well. And I think a bit better if you want to judge it by the placement of the castles for defense for incoming ratings.
Yeah, but the efficiency, I mean, Jitbar's efficiency is just so much better, I think. Like you were saying, just always 1 space away for the farms, occasionally 2 spaces, but yeah, his efficiency is way higher, he's got more farms, he's going to be able to just keep pumping them out. I think the best thing that Leash can hope for at point is just to win fights with having a bigger army.
And he's doing exactly that.
Right now.
Yeah,
yes.
Now having 2 traps again, sniping down another castle. His resources are still okay and he's absolutely at the limit, but he's having more military. So 106 villagers, he needs to increase that, but at this time he is doing a lot of pressure since Jitbar can't build more units because he's blocking so much space with 146 villagers here. 73 farmers, Jesus!
That could almost be overkill a little bit,
I think it is a bit of an overkill. Let's take a quick peek at this fight. Jitbar just not having the numbers but still taking the fight. Scorpions should do so much damage. I think that's a bad fight for Jitbar. The 4 Scorpions are not enough and too late. Whoa, he just got shredded here.
I don't think Jib is too worried about it. He wants to take the top. He's going to take the top.
Oh yeah, producing everything here. As you can see, he got the 2 gold spots, or maybe he will get this gold spot pretty soon at least. And yeah, he will just sacrifice this area. Losing some farms isn't bad for him, but losing a lot of farms for Leash would be bad. If all the Huskarls now going in here and securing this area, Jitbar even sending some villagers, not really sure what that's about. And now you can see he's going for Huskarls mainly, so he wants to go for the raid. And it's just, yeah, leaving this area with 800 gold, close to 800 gold left to mine for Leash, and he's overcommitting a bit, building a 2nd castle in basically a dead area. I think a 2nd castle to defend would be great here, and Leash is doing exactly that. How do you think Leash is performing at this stage, trying to manage both sides?
I think he's doing the right thing to try to win, but nevertheless, it's still not going to work out for him. And look at that. Jitbar has these sneaky 2 onagers there on the side, the bottom side. Oh, but he's not going to use them. He had an opportunity to snipe all of those heavy scorpions, and I think that's what he was originally thinking, but he didn't catch it. Could have been nice,
but now he's taking good fight against all the champions there, and all the champions will easily go down, only killing some villagers here and some Huskarls, but now even retreating against the castle fire and scorpion fire. All the champions will lose their life, or maybe 3 will survive. This one is coming back and says to the other scorpions, guys, there's a hill with a castle, don't go there. And the traps know their mission. Okay, I was produced to kill those castles. Now going ham. And I think the Huskarls now the problem is he lost all the champions, and now they're exposed traps and heavy scorpions obviously, so he needs to send champions, as he's doing exactly that. So now Huskarls from the top, most likely Huskarls on the right hand side. Nice split there by Jitbar, nice round. I think he should go back on the left hand side and take the snipe on the right hand side and then retreat, but he's still wasting a bit on the Huskarls on the left hand side, maybe just to focus all the attention on the left hand side. Now he's getting all the scorpions and the traps for free. Great engagement there by Jitbar.
Yeah, Jiba easily won this fight. He's getting back his advantage. Even though his gold, you can see that he's drained almost all that gold, making so many Huskarls. And those Huskarls, they kind of, they're not very cost effective against all those champions, but maybe it was a good choice for the battle that he just took, I'm not sure.
Well, there's just so mobile, so he could easily get into this round, maybe not taking the best fight, but they are better against castles as well, so just great for the purpose he was using them for. And now Jitba is going for some scorpions, and now his traps are going into the fight. More Huskars coming in with patrol. The top Jitba is trying to get the stone, and then is most likely just sacrificing all his villagers there. Now the first selling of the resources started. Obviously it's so tough to sell a lot of food and wood in this game because you need every food to produce more precious Huskars for raiding, defending and attacking.
Yeah, whoever gets to the market first in the Goth War, and especially in the food eco, when you have as much food eco as Jitba does, and you start selling, then you're going to have a huge advantage. And that's definitely how this game's going to go. And look at Leash there at the top. He has 2 trebuchets that are okay. A good thing he called them back, but they almost sacrificed themselves there.
They still might die. At least one will die. The other one might get home. No, will not get home. But some Huskars will leave their life just to get this one trap. Or will he know the trap is even being saved? So nice small win there for Leash. Now the points are 21k against 22k. So quite an even game. Population 150 against 180. A bit better for Jitba. The villager count now went down for both players. 97 against 98 there. So both players, yeah, not absolutely on top of their egos for now. Let's see if Jitba is going for the reproduction of some villagers. Now going back to 100. Seems like he wants to stay on this for now.
I think if I'm Leash, then I would want this game to be like as slow as I can. I need to make the game last long so that my 3 relics can become more of an advantage. But Jitba is basically just selling everything he has to make that gold advantage last. Yeah, his gold advantage is just so nice at points. He should be able to win the game in the next 5 minutes, but if he does not, then it'll boil down to Leash trying to make the game go really late and then using his 3 relics to his advantage.
Okay, yeah, but 3 against 2 isn't the greatest advantage in the world. Oh, this raid will not do anything at all. But give the information that there is a castle on the hill. Let's see. Oh, those Huskars, maybe they should get ground attack. Oh. Nice shot there. A lot of Huskars going down. Only to snipe probably like 4 villagers. Oh, not even doing that. 3 Huskars still left. I think this was very cost efficient and very good for Leash to stay in this game and maybe even get ahead in the long run. Oh, but Jitba's resources are looking so great. 4k food, 3k gold. And still some stone left, and he's mining stone at the same time as well. So I'm not really sure if I want to see go in the middle with some traps. I think that's not really an option because traps can get sniped so easily in Goth War. Maybe some like bombard cannon, hand cannoneer combination could do some pressure in the middle, but it seems like pressure from the south and the north is the thing both players are going for. Now dead even the population. Leash even getting ahead by a bit. Villager count for both 107. Some ratings going on. And another good engagement for Leash coming on the south now.
Yeah, I think as soon as Jitba starts using those resources, it's just going to be really hard for Leash to win after that. And he's maybe going to waste a lot of his champions there in the south. I really hope he doesn't engage too much here. Okay, good. He pulled it back.
Yeah, but
that could have been a disaster.
Some onagers now. Oh, that was extremely cost efficient. Only 5 Huskars killing 4 onagers there. Oh, so lucky for him. And now even getting a trap, maybe? No, not for now. Onager trade 1 for 1. Totally fine for both players. Oh, and this Onager will snipe himself a trap. Let's see. No, he's going back. And some champions might die. Only one champion to be sent there. He will die against the shot of the Scorpion, obviously. The south looks, yeah, like pretty flat now. No production facilities there at all. So most of the fighting will be in the south. But Jitar not reproducing or not rebuilding any of his ranks or siege workshops in the south.
And surprisingly, the gold is actually evening out. I'm not sure where Jitar just spent it all, but in terms of armies and who has the gold control, it's almost even now. So this game is starting to swing a little bit more in Leash's favor if he can manage to hang on and use the relic advantage like I mentioned earlier. You know, some wars I don't think 3 relics really matter compared to 2, but when it comes to Goths, when you have such cheap infantry, it can make that 3rd relic make more of a difference. Oh, and look at that, he's sniping all the Scorpions of Jitar there at the bottom. Jitar not even seeing it.
Oh, neither did I. Oh yeah, that's a typical Jitar move. Stand ground with like...
Yeah.
It's so typical for him. Stand ground with all his archer units, and now in this case it was Scorpions. So yeah, seeing those highlight scenes quite often against him. But he is doing pretty well on the top now. I think Leash got back into the gold count because Jitar didn't sell most of his resources. As you can see, Leash is actually at the limit with food and wood. At least if you want to say it in deathmatch terms. And as you can see, 10,000 food still for Jitar.
Yeah.
This could have been so much gold if he sold it before Leash. Now Jitar finally selling 7k of it. And is producing into more Huskarls, no Scorpions, no traps, so Huskarls only at this time. But Jitar is still controlling so much of the map. Let's take a quick peek if Leash is at some time running out of wood. It's still some minutes to think about that. Because this area is pretty secure for him, having the 2 castles, and this area is quite okay for him now. And you don't need too much villagers on wood anyways, because yeah, it's not like you're going for Cav archers or a lot of siege onagers or something at this stage of the game. We will not see trash fights because like someone predicted in the chat, because it's so efficient to sell food and wood in Goth War and go for Huskarls. So selling, yeah, absolutely, that's the better option to sell and go for Huskarls. They perform so good against any trash units, skirms and halberdiers especially, and even very well against hussars.
Yeah, I definitely agree with you there. And it looks like Leash is not going to be able to save his castle there at the bottom. That's going to hurt.
Oh yeah, and then the door is open for a lot of raiding into the eco of Leash. And as you can see, all the production is going to the left hand side here from Jitar. And yeah, he absolutely wants to push this area because obviously killing a castle there just opens the door for so much raiding. No defense at all for Leash. Now he's trying to rebuild some racks, but oh, the traps are vulnerable now. Jitar not having the best waypoint for his racks. Now building them on the left hand side a bit better. More champions incoming, and I think it's a weird decision that he goes for champs only now. But on the other hand, Leash is not having any scorps anymore, so yeah, it absolutely makes sense if you're not fighting.
I think champs is the better move. I mean, champs are also really good against any kind of trash unit as well, so it's not really... I think champs is the better unit to make at this point in the game, especially cost-effective wise. They're just cheaper. So you definitely want to make champions over Huskarls.
So Jitar is preparing in the south with only champions for the obvious reasons you just pointed out. Huskarls, oh no, but not the right formation, so Onagers could do a lot of damage indeed. 4 shots and even going back again. Oh, this was more damage than he should ever have gotten there, but now he killed the onagers, and now a lot of champions are left there. But Jitar started the fight with 110 champions or 110 military, and now only to 16. Although Leash needs to retreat, but that's most likely because most of his army was in the north. Let's see, the champions are over here, not killing anything of importance, only killing some villagers, or not even some villagers, only a mining camp, and now he's losing a lot of food eco here.
Thank you wonderful man.
And now we
I
can
don't think
see
he's losing too
Jitar's
much
producing.
of it. He's hiding a lot of the villagers. I think Leash will be okay here. He's only down by 8 villagers. Well, I guess he's only down by 4 now, or 2.
Yeah, food villagers are most important at this stage, and he's still at 54, so absolutely fine for him here.
Yeah, he's trying to hang on for the later game. If I were him, I would not be trying to attack top. That's a little bit too risky at this point.
That's a bit ambitious. Maybe he wants to secure the area because he knows he can't hold this wood area and thinks he has enough resources to take 2 fights. But it seems like Jitar is having more military at this stage, killing the castles and repairing his, killing the trap and repairing his castle, won the fight in the north and is winning the fight in the south. Well, not really winning, but yeah, still being annoyed, and all the villagers in the town center not giving food for Leash, and Leash is dropping to 130 population here. Oh, what is going on? 50 farmers still, but only 35 military. This is not looking good for Leash. Where is his army?
He just doesn't have enough gold, and he's like can't really sell because he has nothing to sell. So I feel like this might be the end of it here.
Oh, and Jitar sees, okay, you still have 2 castles in the north. You don't have any reasonable castles in the south, only this a bit further away. So he's sending everything there in the south to raid this whole food eco here. And all the villagers now in the town centers, are not all, but at least like 15 to 20 villagers. And more champions coming in, and yeah, Leash just struggling to get into more food eco, and it's looking good for the Horse player Tyrant Jitar here.
If I were Jitar, I'd almost just sell all my stone right now. There's not a whole lot of point in having it. I would just go full offense. I mean, your opponent has the relic advantage, but you have a giant advantage right now if you just capitalize on it. So if I would just sell all the stone and just go really hard on the champions and attack hard.
Yeah, 1k 7 stone and it's 110, so basically close to like 1.6k gold or something after the prices go down, obviously. And yeah, Jitar just producing so much on the left hand side without doing that for now, and trying to secure more on the right hand side. And I think Leash should start farming more on this north, and he's doing exactly that. Just build any amount of farms around your 2 castles, because that's basically the safest area you have at this stage of the game. Okay, more champions, more and more champions on the left hand side, some more champions on the right hand side. Now again, 2 traps being prepared. Oh, single Huskar of Leash. And yeah, did we see any ratings of the main eco of Jitar? No, not the whole game,
so.
right? Yeah, and you just could have like built 10 Hussars even, if you want to go for those. And just click them over here and see what happens.
Yeah, that attack on the right is going to be so devastating for Leash.
Yeah, and Jitar's so good, like sniping castles in the late game. Leash is only down to 4 castles now, and Leash is taking a good fight on the left hand side, securing this area, so all the villagers should go back on farming, so that's very good for him. But on the other hand, he is losing a castle, and yeah, this castle was protecting so much food eco and the wood eco as well, so now we can see more barracks coming up.
Yeah, the wood is really important at this stage. That's how Leash has no really protected wood. I think Jitar knows that too.
Yeah, absolutely. That's why he's attacking the left hand side and the right hand side. Obviously, there is no chance of getting any wood in the middle areas. So just controlling all the sides and all the wood areas is so good by Jitar. Oh, and those 3 champions will get the villages. Oh no, nice reaction timing there by Leash. But still, are there any villagers on wood at this time? Leash still more on wood.
He has
than
some at the
Jitper.
bottom, but they're
yeah,
about to be raided.
Oh yeah, indeed. But the wood count of Jitper is at 9k against not even 1k of Leash. So good amount there for sure. And Jitper's eco just so much better. Kill statistics better for Leash here than Jitper, but that's a lot because Jitper is just, yeah, controlling the area. Let's take a amount of the whole food. It's 60k against close to 90k, so 50% more for Jitper here when it comes to food.
We might see the GG call pretty soon. I think Leash is going to take another fight down here at the bottom and probably win, but Jib is going to be sending those champions that are in the north. He's going to continue damaging all that eco, and I think that might be too much for Leash at that point.
Oh, now just betting stay with him. I'm absolutely with you. I think Leash should be able to... Oh, even going for the monastery snipe here. Oh no, this was just a right click.
So.
No. Yeah. And yeah, Leash could easily clear this up already, sending the villagers back to work. But as we can see, it's still more and more ratings. If you're defending the left hand side, Jitper is there on the right hand side. If you're defending the right hand side, Jitper again on the left hand side. So it is so annoying, and it's such a great map, vision and map control by Jitper all game long here.
Yeah, I don't think Leash can hang on much longer for sure. Although he's definitely going to be able to handle this fight on the right better than I think he would, but still he's not going to be able to hang on too long.
Jitper can just retreat and go back into the castle. He doesn't need to take any bad fights, but he can easily take good fights. And now let's take a look at the wood. I think that's the only wood for Leash. Now let's take a look at the whole area. Yeah, exactly. He's out of those spots, sending the villagers now back, but blocking each other. A weird lumber camp there. And yeah, just the next attack of Jitper incoming sold a lot of wood and food. And now we can see the next attack over here. A lot of villagers will die, I can guarantee you that. Oh, Leash is preparing the first attack of the game through the middle. Yeah, like in the whole game, I even have to say. Oh no, he's going for the side.
Yeah.
Okay.
Not really sure why he would want to build any trebuchets at this point of the game.
Yeah, maybe it's just to have one castle. No, he had this trebuchets for quite some time in the castle and was just preparing for that special moment. And that special moment is that, and they have one nice job to do to chill. So nice raiding again by Jitper. So annoying, and now Hussar's even coming in. So now finally going for the monastery is something we expected him to do earlier. And Hussars are so good to kill villagers and performing pretty well against champion at the same time. So, and more Hussars on the right hand side. Oh, Jitper's doing everything right, and Leash is just struggling to get another good foot on the map here. Chilling.
Yeah, I think the GG call will come pretty soon.
Yeah, at least should know, okay, I didn't raid the eco of this guy in ages. He has to be pop 200 whenever he desires to click this production facility through. So, oh, and now Huskars on the left hand side again. Now fighting against Halberdiers who were built to counter the Hussars.
And he's wanting to snipe that monastery. Jitper is. He might manage to actually do it here too. I'm not sure.
Oh, and now finally sniping the monastery here. Villagers are holding on, and I think only some HP, and he did. No, Leash was hoping to knight, but was not able to. And yeah, maybe he thought the relics were there till the end, but obviously if you go down, I think after 15% of the HP or something, the relics will go outside, like every unit in a normal production facility. And now we can see more champions coming in. Let's see. Yeah, he's so good at not producing into the wrong barracks from home, but here in the north. Again, max out against not even pop 100 Leash. desperately trying to get any wood at the side. So even more raids come in now. The monk trying to get back the relics. Nice job there. Click, 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 click. And now the golden come is restored. Oh, the
Look at those
sneaky traps.
trebuchets in the middle. That's a tempo move right there. I call that tempo tactics.
Okay, yeah, but those traps will get a castle,
Jibba
but
laughing.
it is just, yeah, waste of 600 wood, 600 gold, because this castle was not very important at all.
Okay, this is definitely game over.
And now
At this point,
the
it's
final
all waste.
the final castle is going down. All the ego is now even more exposed than it was before. More hustle is coming in. All the champions and Huskarl's still alive, and all the defense is going down for Leash. Pop 100 against Pop 210, and Leash is more concerned about chatting and having fun in this game than actually hoping to still secure something. Now getting villagers into the town center, but will it bring something to get him back into this game? I don't think so. Hasa's raiding on the south. We can see Leash tab out any second here.
Yeah, I'm not sure why he's even playing anymore.
Oh man, I feel like how those 3 1v1s went. Normally we saw them go through in like 15 to 20 minutes, and now they took us over like close to 2 hours. So I think we will not see all the games today, but let's see if we can get at least like 4 or 5 games done today, so they can finish the rest in one set. Or maybe they're in for a long time, getting some energy drinks, prepared some snacks for themselves to deliver a long set of games for tonight. Or obviously for the guys from the States, the early afternoon, right?
Right. Yeah, I mean, it's only 3 p.m. for me and JB, which is Leaf. And then for Austin, which is Leash, it's 6 p.m. for him. So. And Leash is messaging me, so I assume it's over. We could go back.
Okay. Was 100% GG champ, and he built a lot of champions for sure. Let's take a quick peek on the achievement, and then Trump even inviting me into a deathmatch game. Thanks for that, and thanks for not watching the stream. The food count just incredible. 70k against 120k would count as well. Gold more for Jitar, just doing everything right. Having more villagers. Only the relics doing great for Leash, and the kill statistics. This was a very long game, and all the 1v1s went quite long. But finally, I am allowed to update the score. We have a 1-0 out of the best of 9 here. So 2 hours, 1 point, so we're up for 18 hours.
I will be right back, Milford.
Okay, so then I will take a small drinking break as well, trying to breathe some fresh air, and then we should be back with game number 1, now played second. 2v2 on Green Arabia Hunts, and a hidden civilization, most likely being played with Jitar in the dimension. Stay tuned, guys. Yes.
Start the game already!
my surprise, you started walking my way. So very cool, no hesitation. I knew right then the story I would have to tell. I'm afraid to love again, 'cause of what I've been through. But your patience, boy, and perfect touch got me focused on you. And the possibilities got you here with me. I was broken once, yes, that's true. But now I'm rocking to a new possibilities got you here with me. I'm ready to see where this will lead. Just take my hand, now it's you and me. Time spent with you is so amazing. When we're apart, you're heavy on my mind. The past made me feel like I was so done. Then you came through, I'm feeling so renewed. I'm afraid to love again, 'cause of what I've been through. But your patience, boy, and perfect touch got me focused on you. I'm gonna go to a place where we can see if you and me are meant to be. Begging and guarantees, but ooh, honey, you got me open to the possibilities of me and you. Gonna give my all, no fear, I'm so ready. Ooh, yeah.
Okay, I'm back.
I'm afraid to love again.
I'll have to leave in again in a second. I'm making some food.
But your patience, boy, and perfect touch got me focused on you. And the possibility got you here with me. I was broken once, yes, that's true. But now I'm rocking to a new possibility. Got you here with me.
Are you here, Nilly?
I'm ready to
Playing some music at the moment.
Okay.
But yeah, I'm here.
Rumors creeping from south of a giant.
باحث عن الطعام. عامل من جاء. Dat is zo.
Don't panic.
Just click your soldiers. Dat is zo.
Follow the path to the blue flag. Follow the path to the blue flag.
Fisky ma forgiveness and everything for Nama Mother.
Don't panic. It is here that my tale will end. The assassins will strike. Right, please.
units make it to the flag?
They need to attack. Move to the next flag.
Yes, yes. Yes, yes.
Das ist alles. Take the soldier. It's time for us to fight.
Lest we be caught in the crossfire.
The assassins will strike. Don't panic.
Don't panic. So players aren't too good with communicating. They went into the game, went back. Some question marks were written, but nothing was said to me. So now they are back into the game. We will have G8 2v2 Hans plus Hidden Civilization. So basically there are only like two options for the hidden civilizations. It's either Goth, the fastest civilization, in addition to the Huns, and then you have like an incredible fast rush, and I'm like 99% sure that Jitar and Interdimension will go for exactly that. Jitar was Goth and Interdimension was Huns. And the other option is to go with Saracens, which obviously benefits from the stable bonus of the Huns, and then you can later go into extremely strong Elite Mamelukes, which perform great against basically any unit a Goth and a Huns player can throw at you. It sounds like Kellen is back as well. Nope, only making some noises. I'd want to hear his insight. Oh, there he is coming back.
Yeah, I'm back.
So, what do you think? What will Leash and Zuma go for as their hidden civilization? Will it be Goth or will it be Saracens?
I'm thinking Goth. That's
Okay,
my
yeah.
prediction.
Yeah, with Zuma at the Huns and Leash at the Goths, I'd predict the same. And yeah, absolutely possible, but it will be so tough. Obviously, Interdimension and Jitar. Yeah, I will go that far and will say the best 2v2 team when it comes to Goth Huns. Sorry, Kellen.
Yeah, I could agree with that. Yeah. I
Oh,
think
you could.
they definitely have the they definitely have the advantage in this game.
Okay, so Spec Delay still not started yet. Maybe they are just thinking about, okay, what civilization will I actually pick? So many people not talking at all. Now finally the Spec Delay started. I have another mission today, obviously, to always show you every game from the start. Oh man, I've set up quite a lot in my last streams as well. So sorry guys, but it happens sometimes, especially when there are restarts, because when we're into the games at first, then most of the times I will watch it. So I think in Deathmatch, I'm a bit better at it because we don't see too many restarts compared to random map. So our team's Quendi against Horseforce, game number 1, the scores. And we can see Hans Goss. We played game 2 before, so welcome guys. We see Hans Goss and GA play 3 finisher, the Uprising here. Zuma starting with 4 stables, and Interdimension starting with even 5 stables. So most likely we will see a lot of gold transferred, or maybe even the market abuse by Interdimension, most likely. Tell me something about the maps of the players.
You can see that the gold is well acted for both teams. I think the corners are going to be highly contested.
Oh yes. South and the north.
You can see
one for
how
sure.
both the north and the south. I would say that both sides are
really well contested. Although the forests over there for interdimension kind of block him in a way for the bottom corner. So I think the game plan for the Quendi C team should be try to stop Jitar from taking the top corner, and then keep the bottom corner. That would be kind of how I would want to play it.
Okay, I can absolutely understand that. Having 3 corners basically secures you the win if the enemy is not getting any gold because of the short trade distances. This will give you such a huge advantage, and in a gold intense war with paladins and heavy coverage to be built, this is just auto GG then. So absolutely securing this area will be so good.
And look at Zuma going straight into Jibba's. If look at his population. It's well, I guess it's pretty high now. For a minute ago, it was really low. If Interdimension had just attacked, this could have been really bad for Zuma. But now that they're both going towards the middle, it's gonna end up being okay for Zuma. And Zuma's taking a pretty nice fight over there against the champions. Well, I guess not too nice because he ends up being way overwhelmed there, but
Zuma got the market, by the way, and resources, and we can see in the dimensions sold gave 4k food to Jitar, and Jitar gave 4k gold to Interdimension there. So nice team play to obviously give the Goss who needs a lot of food, and the Hans who needs a lot of gold. So yeah, very known strategy there and nice execution, as we absolutely would expect from them. Nice ratings coming from Leash now, blocking the potential. Oh, nice quick walls, but maybe a lot of Huskite raining down on 1 Rex, not two villagers will not be enough to secure this. And Jitar knows that and is nicely walling behind it and preparing champions already to just prevent the raidings from Leash. And we can see all the big armies now in the middle. Oh, Zuma has a nice army here, 130 military with only paladins and cav archers.
I think this game is looking really nice for C so far.
Oh yeah, I couldn't agree more. Now the big armies clashing in the middle, and champions is a unit you don't want to have fighting against cav archers and paladins. That's a very good engagement for Zuma, having a nice surround here, fighting a bit with the hill, but the pure numbers are so important as well. There's some support of Leash as well, and wow, Horse needs to retreat and lick their wounds here. 140 military for Zuma. What is he doing? Remember, guys, this is a drafted player, and he's playing so good and showed great performances in all the games before. Now they're absolutely doing what we wanted to see from them, putting a lot of pressure in the north corner. Champions now coming from behind, but not the greatest engagement here. But this champion group will help out a lot, and maybe even Interdimensions Castle War tonight here. A lot of things going pretty well for Quendi C here.
Yeah, look at Leash. His eco is way ahead of us so far. He's getting it going. He even has 1 hero Huskarl back there in the back of Jibba's base, who's denied at least 1 town center from putting on that gold in the wood.
Oh, and now even adding Scorps, and Scorps are so effective in those small chokes. Cavalry Scorps and maybe even Onages are so good. And now the value of champions and halberdiers are just dwindling so heavily. You just need some units in the middle, and the rest is killing. And now we can see Quendi C is taking this fight again, although Interdimension is still having a lot of cav archers here. Most players being around military 80, except Leash is only at 30, so that's not looking too great for them. Ratings of Interdimension close to the gold, but instantly being seen and being denied there from Zuma. Nice play.
Zuma needs to go back there in the middle. He's losing all of those archers, so that's like 40-50 cav archers that just died. That was a really bad fight for him, but Leash is putting a great amount of pressure on the top. That's exactly what they need to do to win this game. I like how Zuma is putting pressure through the middle, even though you probably shouldn't take the fight that he's about to take.
Not good in TeamSpeak, as you can see. Zuma is asking for some food here. Yeah, and that's obviously tough because your mate is Gauss and he needs a lot of food himself. He's even sending 1,000. That's pretty generous, to be honest. Being a Gauss not popular at the pop limit and still giving some food. Oh, nice ratings incoming here from Interdimension, trying to prevent the trade, but the trade is still pretty low. Only 2 markets for Zuma, now 3. And yeah, as you can see, the thing we mentioned, the trade is not running for Horse Force just yet. The first market still missing for...
Look at the eco for Leash. He's so well ahead.
Oh yeah, let's take a quick peek at the farmer count. It's Leash with 40 and Jitba only with 18. 20 food only.
I think Leash is going absolutely beast mode this game. He was so fast to get on the eagle. He was so fast at everything. He's covering the top corner. He's doing everything you would want to go. He's even feeding his Hun player food, which is just amazing.
Yeah, Zuma has so many units over. He's sending 30 paladins to kill like 8 Cavards. That's not very good, but he can easily double now in the north. And let's see, now only the first market of Jitba is being built here. Take a look, good food eco for Interdimension, slinging a lot of food to Jitba, soon to come for sure. And now both teams realize, okay, this north corner is so important, and Zuma is sending everything, Interdimension is sending everything, and obviously Leash and Jitba already being there, and now the big fight, and Zuma has a lot there. Let's go back into the normal overview to see how many military units he has. He's sending 70 military units here, and they will take a good fight. Now only Cavards is left, and now we can see a lot of Scorpions, Paladins, and Huskars. This is a very bad fight for Interdimension. He needs to retreat. He's losing so many heavy Cavards, all the traps, precious traps going down for Jitba. He had 5 traps hoping for Interdimension to clear the field, but not with Quendi here pushing so well. And now Quendi should build the trap, and then they're in the trade and blocking all the gold spots, and they didn't get the market. So this is looking extremely good for Quendi here.
Another aggressive casting up for Leash. This is a game-winning scenario for the Quendi team. I can't see the Horse Force lasting much longer. Although that raid over there on the right, those heavy Cavar archers continue to be alive, even though he's about to die finally. But
yeah, finally going down, the last one there. Now a lot of traps, and Jitba will not be able to hold these traps there for long. Oh, nice team play there in the middle, producing some Huskars, but NP, no problem for Mr. Zuma. Only sending 5 paladins would do the job there. Interdimension sending everything, but he's sending from home, so not the greatest job. Let's see. Oh, the castle only had 10 HP, so could easily die, but
yeah.
2 villagers repairing it now. But those castles are more important, and this castle will go down. Last bullets, or do we call them bullets? Like last fireballs just raining down on the castle. And now the eco is, or the trade is so exposed. Zuma controlling more of the middle. We're taking on so many fights. I would love Zuma to control the map a bit more. Some walls to just not get raid at every second would help them out, but Zuma is more the guy who thinks about aggression than defense.
Definitely, yeah, and he's also a player who tends to attack in only one location. He's generally not a guy who likes to spread the map as much. But he's about to take a fight here. I would say it's a good fight. I think the more fights they take there, the better. Even though like it might seem that he's outnumbered and the hill's bad, I would still take these fights.
I'm not really sure. A lot of Capuchins weren't fighting, but obviously taking fights is good for them because they have the golden come for now against the tyrants. So yeah, taking fights is better for them. Now the traps even going down, that hurts a lot, because if this castle stands, the trade will stand as well. But the trade distance is just so short. As you can see, a trade card here is bringing you like close to 70, 77 or 76, but for Jitba it's only giving him 57, so one route is just so much shorter here and so much more cost inefficient. but all the players being maxed out. So great play by the Horse Force team here, getting up into the great eco. Look at this great farm eco for both Horse Force players, and now they're pushing back. Are Quendi giving this game out of their hands?
I don't think so. This is typical, I think, to see a little bit of a back, and then you'll see them push back though in a moment.
Okay, a lot of Huskarls now, but some castles went down for Leash. He will not have the greatest pressure now, because castles going down means not having enough traps, obviously. Only having 2 traps, building some more siege workshops. The raiding in the middle was instantly denied by the dimension as well. So the only good thing that's going on for Quendi was that the trade is still very short for the Horse Force team here.
Yeah, I just really like the Quendi resources better. And you can see that they're starting to fight there in the middle-ish, interdimension versus Zuma. I think if I'm interdimension, I don't really want to distract Zuma's too much down there, because he will lose against Zuma if they fight one-on-one on that side. And that could be really good for Zuma if you pressure on him.
Oh, great defense here by Jitar, securing those castles, repairing them so good, sniping down all the traps of Leash again with his own interest, and great support by the dimension, and they secured the corner here. Great job. Even mangonels being built by Zuma, something you don't see too often from a Hans player, and Horse Force is pressuring now pretty well, and suddenly Horse Force is leading with points, still extremely close, but still, after we thought this game could have been over at minute 17, now they're in for a long good game. And I don't like that no team is really controlling the middle areas. Like, I have a full screen without a single building. That's something you should never see in a deathmatch late game.
Yeah, and you can see that Leash is making really good raids in the middle. That's going to continue to help them.
Absolutely, but Jitar has 6k food, so losing some villagers there will not be the end of the eco for him. Let's see more castles, and they should think about increasing the trade route, building some other markets, but for now they have to think more about stabilizing than optimizing. Oh, that's an ambitious eco from Leash there. An offensive town center, 3 farms. Weird thing, and even collecting relics with gauze in a team game. It's something you don't see too often as well. Leash still camping with a lot of his eco, only now building more stables in the middle, but I would love to see some stables in the absolute top corner here to just help out more easily and counter those Huskarls and heavy coverages that Horse Force is having at this time.
Yeah, the advantage is definitely still in the
Watchtower
side for sure.
Interesting.
What'd you say?
Watchtower in the south to kill the villagers of Zuma. Some weird thing. Sending a catcher there would have done the job as well, and would not have costed stone. But okay, Jitar now losing 2 castles as it seems.
Oh, the Watchtower, yeah. That is a little bit weird, but
Indeed.
Zuma has such a nice army up in the north.
Pointer Dimension preparing a sneak attack, trying to run here. Oh, and Zuma at the same time is pushing. So now they will kill the trade. They will kill everything here. Let's see if they get the walls up. Let's see. Obviously, only being gauze will not give you the stone walls. He has the wall between here. And the house is finished, so he will get at least some damage. The pressure at the same time is over here. Traps should come and kill those castles. We will keep on this. Maybe we can see some more Was okay in the dimension
man.
going back.
It's a terrible mistake.
This was such a
Terrible
bad mistake, indeed. This might have cost them the game, because now all the army of Zuma is going on, all the car fighters in the trade, all the traps now going for the castle. Every unit now is being sent in this corner. Now the dimension is coming from the other side, but now only so late, just basically wasting 30 military units on the whole map. Oh, the whole trade is being blocked. Let's see if they decide to delete markets. No, they are not.
Zuma just has so much resources.
Let's take a quick peek at Zuma. Yeah, 4k basically. That's so good. He should even consider deleting some villagers. Only having 77 villagers, 80 military, so that's totally fine. They need to push more. Building 2 more castles, building more traps. They're still denying the trade so heavily. Let's take a quick peek at how many trade cards we still have left. Okay, it's 23 for Jitar and 40 for Interdimension. Something still you could work with. So that's not the main problem. But the main problem is this push. Another castle, more traps, more paladins coming in, and they need to hold on this hill. Interdimension, just one risky move going for the trade, being beautifully denied there by Leash, just gave them such a big disadvantage in this fight and this game and this defense.
Yeah, those offensive hassles by Leash, I think that's a phenomenal move. I mean, a lot of times I don't usually go offensive castles like that because I feel like it can be a waste, but in this case this is just going to be amazing for him.
Yeah, especially because Jitar lost all his castles here, so no production of traps for him now, even losing some castles at this side. At the moment, Jitar's Interdimension is doing a great job of killing most of the paladins, I said, but look at those little sneaky guys. They looked a lot of Mission Impossible sneak around movies, as it seems, and yeah, got another lot of trade cards over there. Oh man. Interesting house placement. What is Leash doing? So weird, and so reasonable population for the Horse Force team. Let's take another look. 160 and close to 200, so that's okay for them, but it's only Halberdiers now and even skirmishers being added, so you see those guys are absolutely at the limit when it comes to gold. Jitar trying to replace this great castle obviously would be a great positioning there, and I think he should be able to get it up there because not a lot of traps on the field at this stage. South is being secured.
Zuma though is just pumping out paladins. Look at that middle, he built a bunch of stables, he is just pumping out paladins.
Indeed, building so many units there, and if you have like units in the middle, you just can dictate where do I want to go. Do I want to raid on the left hand side? Do I want to send all my units at the top where we're already pushing? And he decided to, okay, let's just send 80 more military in the top. If you have 90, you can spare 80 for sure.
Leash denied that castle, although I think Jitar will still get it up, but
let's see.
not.
One villager.
Zuma could snipe it. Oh no, Zuma won't do it. Okay.
Oh, yeah, kill village on this castle. GG! Horse Force is losing a Hans Gosword against Quendi here, tying it up 1-1. Something I would not have expected. Great play by Quendi. Zuma just going ham with all his units, and Leash exploiting the map and doing a great push with farms, houses, and castles there. Great play by Quendi. Woof. So kill statistics, Zuma obviously having the best kills, and Jitar even going for Halberdiers at the end. Not the greatest stuff for him. The eco, let's take a look at food count. Quite reasonable for all the players for sure, but the trade profit should be the difference. Exactly 26k against 17k. So that basically is the story for you guys. Villager count obviously reasonable as well. Leash even getting some relic gold, and we have a 1-1 count, something I would not have expected.
Yeah, that's great for DC, because I think Quendi is going to have a lot better teamwork in the 3 vs 3 games.
Indeed.
even though Zuma is not a Quendi player, he has still played a lot with us Quendis throughout the years. So he definitely has experience teaming with Leaf. I mean, Leash, he's kind of new. I mean, he's only been around AOC DM for like about a year. But so I guess they don't really have as much team experience with him. But nevertheless, I think overall their teamwork will probably be better than with Jidba, Orkut, and Spring. And plus, I think in the past we saw how Spring struggled a little bit in the 3v3 games.
Indeed, he
we'll have to see
struggled
how
a
this goes.
lot. The team play, Interdimension, Jitba, Spring is just not really working out. Maybe they did improve some, and yeah, Jitba and Interdimension are having so much experience in 2v2 and obviously 3v3s as well. So absolutely nothing against them, but just Spring not really integrated in the team, I feel. So yeah, now we go into the Uprising map pack. So we have a nice combination to not only see land maps all the time. We got the map pack consists out of Gold Rush, Continental, Baltic, Graveyards, Atacama, Prairie, and Ghost Lake. So nice combination there, and the civs for this map will be Huns, Persians, and Vikings. So if we see a land map, most likely we can see late game Sling if the Vikings is surviving, because it's so tough to hold against the fast Huns or late Persians, or even the late Huns for Vikings. So getting into Sling is like your goal, but it's so tough to achieve in Deathmatch.
And both teams need to be aware of the re. If they see that the Viking is in the middle for one team, and then for your team, if the Viking is on the edge, then the flank. That's what I mean to say. The flank. Then you definitely want to call a re in this. So we might be seeing one or two re's, which is kind of a rarity in DM, but still, I think I see one or two here.
Yeah, indeed. Vikings pocket is just, with a longer distance brings you into the later game, like at least to the 4 or 5 minute mark. And if you're like flank Huns against Vikings on like Prairie or something, it's just basically, okay, I have 3 villagers, let's build a house with one and send the other 2 in 2 different corners and just try to get into the later game. Because it's so tough to survive with Vikings. Oh, the players are starting. I hope they have hidden civilization on. Yes, they have. And Leash just forgot that he was host. So I had to contact him. But now he is informed. Players are going into the game. And we should go into game number 3 pretty shortly.
No.
Oh man, players having some troubles again. Leash was launching the game twice, and they really didn't get through. Then Interdimension hosted, but then cancelled, and now he said he will rejoin. Not really sure, and players couldn't agree if it was hidden or not. And I'm very sure that they should play hidden, because it could get, although the civilizations are known, you could get into a weird outpicking scenario where, like, you had one top player going for one civilization and then you're trying to counter him and then switching around. So you always go for hidden and just decrease them, or increase the mind games, but decrease the rock, scissors, paper. So now they're launching again, Leash again the host, and yeah, we should be live any second now. So guys, back delay to 30 seconds, so we will jump into the game very shortly. Game number 3, the Uprising map had Huns, Persians and Vikings. Horse Force against Quendi C. The game is live and the map will be Gold Rush. This might be very entertaining.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, let's take a quick peek at the positioning. It's Vikings in the middle.
Vikings in the middle.
Okay, that's interesting. On the top it will be Huns War. In the south it will be Persians against the Vikings of Leash.
Vikings.
And Persians middle against the Vikings, as we already said. Tell me something about the positioning quick.
Yeah, obviously the Vikings in the middle is going to be really good for the Quendi C team. I mean, it's in the middle for the Horse Force. However, I'm hoping for Horse Force's sake that Spring doesn't build too many Arbalists out of all those archery ranges that he's making. He's clearly building a market quickly here to start, sell and then give out all of his resources, probably to Jidba. He wants Jidba to put a lot of damage on Zuma very quickly.
See, 6k food to Interdimension and 6k gold to Jitba.
I would have gave more if I were him. I would have gave probably all 10k gold and then sold something for a little bit of gold.
Well, you don't have guilds with Vikings, right? So you shouldn't sell anything.
What's really odd is how Interdimension at the bottom is making a lot of Paladin.
Well, he wants to pressure against the Vikings.
I guess it could be good in that respect. It's going to lead him to be weaker as the game goes on. Boy, the Quendi C team really should agree. I'm surprised that they didn't.
Yeah, now you only can re within the first 2 minutes in a deathmatch tournament, obviously, not taking full 4 minutes because it's taking so much going on in this stage. And it seems like Leash might be able to build kind of a defense. I think he's still lagging a bit. I would like to see more than only 2 siege structures. He needs like 6 castles or something. And yeah, maybe some monasteries even to fight against the potential upcoming, or not potential, the upcoming war elephants for sure. Now taking care about the middle. Spring is building a lot of pikemen there, and he will not perform pretty well against a good army of Leaf, but Leaf is still taking quite some time to get into this good army. Let's take a look. Zuma is not doing too great against Jitba. Jitba obviously getting the early sling there. Will do very good, and Zuma should actually anticipate that and build more defensive castles, honestly.
I feel that Zuma is building too much gold units. It's your allies who should be making the strong gold army. As the Vikings, you can't rely on building too much Arbalists. Arbalists are pretty expensive gold-wise, and then you have Persians sending elephants at you. Your Arbalists are going to be very ineffective.
Yeah, absolutely. Leash, they're not going for the best team game composition there, and now even Leaf struggling a bit to get really on the map and in the middle, because obviously all the guy knows this goal is so important. Not as important like 1v1 or 2v2s, but still very important. And the big story is on the north, and now we are finally getting into very paced games here. Jitba pop 110 against only pop 65 of Zuma. He's really struggling. Already waypoints way back there. Now war elephants are coming in, and they should perform pretty well against the army of Jitba, but already some support of Spring there.
Yeah, I'm kind of impressed with Leash here. Leash is doing a lot more damage with that Viking army than I thought he should be able to do. But I think Interdimension is not relying very much on war elephants, which was a mistake part. He should be making a lot more war elephants.
Indeed, indeed. He still has 9k food, although he already produced a lot of them. So.
And look in the north, Jibba is losing the fight.
Oh, great recovery there. Leaf now getting all the war elephants, really doing the job. Let's take a quick
if you
peek.
Think about it,
Yeah,
Leash is playing pretty much 2 versus 1 down there as the Vikings and holding.
Yeah, but not holding for long. Now dropping to 66 population with 30 villagers, so with 30 military. So that's not a lot anymore. Now the war elephants need to come in. Leaf got a pretty nice positioning here, controlling the hill. And yeah, now the fight for the middle will start, and the goal is just so much better positioned for the Horse Force team here. Oh man, Leaf needs to control the middle pretty soon, and as you can see, even war elephants now going more in the middle to do exactly that than to help Leash survive. Remember guys, you only have a pile of 4 and a pile of 3 gold spots on Gold Rush, and all the gold in the middle will be so important. Basically, at minute 15 or kind of 20, you run out of your main gold spots, and then you already need to get gold in the middle. And yeah, Quendi C not doing the greatest of jobs just yet to accomplish that.
Leaf has a really good stuff though for Leash right now. I don't really think Interdimension is to be able to keep this push alive, and Interdimension has really spent a lot of resources trying to make this push, even though he's taking a lot of sling too, so he still has a decent amount of resources in the bank.
Not a single farm, and oh, I don't like that Spring doesn't have like 30 farms already prepared, because he needs to sling, and both players will need a lot of food. Oh, that's interesting. Okay, now Horse was starting the trade a bit already. Yeah, something Quendi is still struggling to accomplish. Oh, nice. So many castles from Horse Force. Yeah, I think this absolutely should have been a re for Quendi here.
Oh, definitely. Nevertheless, Quendi is still playing pretty well, though. I kind of like the battles that they've taken.
Yeah, absolutely. Leaf is doing a great job there, controlling so much, but he needs to get onto big food eco now as well, and Leash should absolutely help him out with that, building like 30 to 50 farms for his mage there, because obviously, as we all know, Vikings not the greatest late Imperial army at all. Yeah, probably the weakest in the game.
Yeah. Most definitely the weakest.
Oh,
I really do like the
good
positioning of
fights.
Quendi though. Yeah. Leash is doing well. I like their positioning. I just wish that they would put a little more pressure in the middle. I mean, the only thing you have guarding the middle for the Vikings, I mean, for the Horse Force team is the Viking army, and it's not very much of a Viking army. So they really should just put a lot of their focus on the middle rather than on the bottom, where they have a very large army right now. Just with a few rams, they probably start taking out all those gold mines.
And maybe their strategy is to get a lot of traps on Leash side and maybe kill all the castles of Interdimension, because if they kill all the castles, no more war elephants, and then Leaf is getting strong suddenly. But Interdimension pop 200, building more and more castles. Obviously Stone should be coming in from Spring as well. And let's take a look. Zuma now only thinking about the middle. I'm not really sure if he even got any gold spots, because this is one of his gold spots, and this 3 gold spot could have been his as well. Let's take a look.
Big fight in the bottom.
Oh, big fight in the bottom, so we will go into that. A lot of scorpions, but not any meat shield here. So, oh, where are all the war elephants? Oh, they were out of position. So all the war elephants could do great damage now. If the war elephants would have helped out here, all the scorpions could have done more damage, but not joining the party too late. And a lot of heavy scorpions will go down for Leash. And he is not having any good army, except those heavy scorpions, so this will hurt. Obviously Leash.
I think everything's okay though.
Yeah, I think he saved a lot, and now Interdimension obviously is absolutely out of elephants at all and not having a good amount of farms just yet. Let's take a quick peek at Spring. Not too much either. Jitar without a single farm. So the whole Horse Force team is absolutely struggling on getting any farms up. So we will see a lot of squads and calf archers.
It looked like a nice fight for Interdimension to be able to take out all those scorpions, but I really think war elephants are worth more than anything right now, mainly due to the low farming from both teams. So I think the advantage is still in favor of Quendi, and you can see in the north that that's like the weakest point for the Quendi team. You have Zuma making things like skirmishers and just pure trash units. He's not able to even defend his base right now from those heavy cavalry archers and the paladin. He has a pretty nice economy, he just can't produce anything with it. If only Leaf would send him maybe just 5 to 10 war elephants there in his base, he would simply like solve this problem.
Indeed,
I don't know.
The Horse Force team just getting so much gold, and yeah, Leaf just struggling. Let's take a quick peek. What's Leaf's gold count? 75, and only having 10 trade units will absolutely not help out. Yeah, Zuma asking for gold as well, so they're just struggling so much on gold here, and yeah, that's just a big problem. And think they're playing a bit better, but if you don't get any gold, how can you produce your precious important units like war elephants? Yeah, indeed. Leaf even saying we don't have any gold on our side.
Yeah, this is looking bad for Quendi C now. Quendi C had a moment where things were going good, but then a couple bad fights has led to where they are now.
Maybe they just have to sit it out now and hope to get into the long game with better trade. Let's take a look at the trade count. Oh, 1 for Zuma, 20 for Leash, 20 for Leaf. So, yeah, not looking good on that regard either. So yeah,
and
great.
The last thing that you want is a late game for them. You see, with having a flank Vikings versus the pocket Vikings for the Horse Force team, the last thing you want is a late game. It's really easy to defend that pocket Viking for a Horse Force.
Yeah, so it's so true as well. I was just thinking about some scenarios to get into the late game. Now we get into Harvard skirmishes at minute 24 in a Gold Rush deathmatch game. This will never be in a successful defense here against Paladin, Comforter, Ram, Trap, Castle, offensive of Jitar. Oh, and now Leash defense is struggling again, building weird houses at some places. Oh, this castle will not be for long already. Ram's knocking at it pretty soon. And yeah, this castle will just delay for some seconds and will cost 650 stone. The base of Zuma not looking good. I think it's GG. Leaf agrees. Let's go into game number 4, their thing. And I think absolutely rightfully so. GG being called. Entertaining game. But so many good scenarios here for Horse Force. Having the gold at a better positioning. Having the weakest civilization in the pocket, which is absolutely great in this deathmatch scenario. The slowest civilization. And I think Leaf played pretty well. And Leash played great. I think for Zuma it was tough with the offensive gold spot. And playing against like Sling Jitar. So I would have loved to see a fair game
really
there.
Heavy on Paladin. You saw him do like a very high amount of stables at the start, which I think is kind of the wrong strategy choice for a game like that. He probably should have done more of a standard build order. So that kind of cost him a lot of gold early and then wasn't able to recover from that.
But we have to mention nice strategic play by the Horse Force team. Going full Sling Vikings, 35k there, nice food eco from Spring as well. Going for all the markets, going for 184 villagers at minute 26. So that's pretty well.
Yes.
Nothing more you can ask from Spring. Score will be updated.
Yeah, that's a good point. It was perfectly executed by the Horse Force team in that regard.
Yeah, exactly. I forced them to say it before so we could get into game number 1 because, yeah, obviously Quendi C didn't want to say first and Jitar was missing and Horse Force didn't know what they would pick, so it took us some time to even start the first game, although we had 5 players there. So, yeah, Horse Force has to say. So now we go into more 1v1 action. Byzantines on Mappack, Spanish on Gold Rush, and Britons on Atacama. I think Britons on Atacama is super boring. And the other
not that bad. If you think about it, you need to control the middle wood. It's a very, very wood-heavy war. You're going to be building tons of rams and tons of long bowmen. It's going to become a battle for that middle wood, and so it's going to be more aggressive than your typical Britain war.
Okay. Okay, I only imagine like 150 longbows behind the wood and nothing happens. But
yeah, you would definitely make a lot of rams in that war. Typically, you know, the capped ram is not as effective, but in a Britain war, you typically make them. And then in that map, whoever controls that middle wood is going to be able to just flood those rams with lots of longbowmen behind them. It's going to be very effective for that player. So whoever controls that middle wood early should be able to take the advantage.
So Spring is playing the map pack Byzantine's War. Jitar says our most valuable player. I personally want to see the Spanish Gold Rush game, because this might be most entertaining and most likely it's the shortest, so we can jump into the other games and catch up in those.
Right, yes. So let's watch Interdimension.
What is Jitar doing? He's writing a novel here instead of just getting the games done. He's writing, okay, upcoming DM champion, Spring is playing, Map Pack Byzantines, our most valuable player. The Heart of Soldier, the Sword of Knights, Orchid is playing Spanish Gold Rush. What is this guy doing? Like, and me, the remaining last idiot who's wasting all of our time, is playing the Britons Atacama. Yeah, all at the same time. Yes.
Okay, so it seems we will have Leaf against Spring for Byzantine War on map pack, and then we'll have Leash against Stork in the Spanish for Gold Rush. That's gonna be great.
Yeah, that's a good game, and we will absolutely stick to that. So Interdimension Orchid playing against Quendi Leash Spanish Gold Rush War. Oh, this should be good. Interdimension played all the Gold Rush 1v1s, which were Persian Wars, in the group stage as well. And I think he won all three. He won against Shine.
I know he lost one. He lost against the Seria and Legra team.
So against Rubenstock?
I believe so.
Okay,
yeah,
okay.
I think it was.
Yeah, good preparation by us, not looking into the games before.
Yeah. I'll be right back 1 second.
So, game in progress. Knowledge will be back pretty soon. He lost to Ruben, Jupa says. His Finnish brother. Are they playing for any money? Yes, they do. This tournament was funded like with a bit over $3,000. So obviously main share goes into top 2 places, but they're playing for 3rd place. I'm not really sure how much that is now, but I'm assuming something like $400 or $500. So Spanish War on Gold Rush. Obviously in the whole tournament you're not allowed to build any bomber towers. And having your strong villagers will kind of guarantee you to not lose one, at least against a Hussar. And yeah, just living longer against potential paladin raids. So we most likely will not see a super fast game like 6 or 7 minutes. But we could easily see an 8 or 10 minutes game. When the two armies are clashing against each other at the middle to secure this extremely important area with a big hill and all the gold spots. So Kellen. Oh, he's still not here. So, Kellen.
What's up?
Give us some intel with all your experience just quickly before the game. What are you eating?
What am I eating?
Exactly. So let's jump into game number 4, the 1v1, Interdimension and Leash going at each other on the Spanish War Gold Rush. The gold pipes are quite okay on the right hand side and not really on the hill, so that's okay. And all the teams, obviously all the players will try to focus to secure those hills, build some castles on them. The distance is quite high. I'm right with the overlay, so let's take a look. Obviously going for a lot of stables and wrecks at the start. As we can see, 4 stables and it seems like 6 wrecks, or even a villager going to 48 HP and 3 archery ranges. So Interdimension even adding some hand cannoneers here. That's something I would not have expected.
Really? It's
Yes.
pretty common in this war.
Okay.
I
Even
mean,
going
it's
for
like it's kind of like the aggressive start strategy.
Okay. Obviously to counter the Harbidiers, who are actually countering the Paladins, who are actually countering the Hand Cannoneers. So, yeah, just building mass units from every production facility is the plan here. And as you can see, Leash having the same knowledge as me, not going for Hand Cannoneers. This idiot.
I don't really think it's a necessity making hand cannoneers, but it can be a good strategy. It's one that I used to use quite often in these wars. So the only thing is it's very costly in terms of gold, but I'm sure Interdimension looked at the map and said, okay, gold is on my side. I could make it where my army is very heavy on the gold and not as heavy on other resources. So that's going to be probably the strategy that he's going to try to take.
Indeed, going very hairy on gold, but no one going for the market strategy just yet, as I can see. And I love that both players have at least some pieces of the kind of secured gold, so we will not see like a 7-minute instant GG because someone cannot reach the gold spot, but maybe see a longer game. And a lot of castles, bombard, cannons, traps and everything going at each other, and we will see more castles coming up for very sure. Both players now patrolling in the dimension 70 military and Leash has 50 military. Who has the advantage now?
I would say Orca Interdimension has a small advantage, although this is really close. It's really hard to tell. We have to keep in mind too that Interdimension spent extra gold making all those hand cannoneers. So that will be costly for him if he's unable to take an early advantage with those, because as the game goes on, hand cannoneers become less effective in comparison to Conquistadors.
Yeah, Conquistador so much more HP, even a bit more damage if I remember. Yeah, only one more. That's not too important. And the first castle already going down. So Interdimension was so much faster with his siege workshops, producing rams out of 3 siege workshops, still producing a lot of halberdiers there. And now building first is next to the gold. Oh, this is looking good for Interdimension. 100 military against 40 and having the hill. I think those hand cannoneers and the early rams did great wonders. I thought we would go into a longer game, but Interdimension, is he just smashing Leash down here?
Oh yeah. Yeah, those hand cannoneers I think is an effective start. It's definitely stronger than you expect it to be.
Definitely stronger than I expected it to be, but I would have expected more paladins from Leash as well. Maybe even the market strategy could have swiped this down, but those players not going for market, and it's so weird because market is so powerful on Gold Rush. Now Force Castle even. Oh, look at those castles. It's soon to be 6 castles on this film. Then there will be no chance for Leash to get into like easily accessible main gold spot here, and as you can see, his other gold spot not easy to reach as well. Oh, population 150 against 76, now doubling this whole population. Interdimensional is sniping another castle. Oh, Leash is having troubles. Oh man, this could be a fast game, or could get on gold with 2 town centers already, even going for food. That's most likely not your first concern, but if you go into a longer game, you have to think about it as well. Leash now even struggling to get siege workshops up. Oh, another offensive castle is kind of unnecessary and like not the absolute best decision, but you can easily end the game anyway, so yeah, it will not hurt him. Oh man, attacking on the right hand side, taking castles down there. Oh, geez, Orchid, why are you feeding your army, Ruffle?
What are you feeding your army? He's saying like his army's strong.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Yeah, the pure numbers helped out as well, so you don't need to feed them too much if there are enough, like, yeah, more the Chinese approach or the Russian approach than the Spanish approach, but still he made it work. Yeah, Orchid 150 supply, Leash now getting back to 90, but not a single castle left, so no Conquistadors. And Conquistadors is absolutely a unit you need to have because they are so cost efficient in a war where we you don't get on too much gold. This gold spot being denied. Maybe one Kong, no, but he's getting taken out. Oh man, getting on so much gold. Eco's looking great, walling the map, securing all the areas, producing more units. Conquerors running down. Leash is now getting killed. All his last Conquerors again getting siege workshop. Now he got back to one castle, but so many traps easily could take out everything. And now he's even knocking at the main TC. Even Spanish villagers going down. This game will have no chance of comeback. He's still not really getting any gold. Although Leash is kind of getting onto more population. 170 against 90 though. Now trying to snipe one trap. Oh, now he's going for paladins again. That's a weird choice.
Yeah, if anything, I'd make some rams with some onagers, and then the rest of my army would be mainly like
halberdiers.
Yeah, halbs, I guess. Although there's not much point to making halbs. I mean,
Leash is even getting the gold, the like second gold spot from Interdimension. That's funny, but yeah, nothing that will help out. Oh, another in-your-face castle from Orkut here. But yeah, there's just not much face left from Leash actually. Oh, and now Interdimension sees it and will just send some halberdiers and they will make a quick end. Oh, let me have, please. Again, Leash chatting more than actually playing in the end. GG, man, well played. And we will just not watch over the stats for too long again to get into the next game. Military count, just Interdimension story. Gold income, just Interdimension story. Highest military should see again, just Interdimension story. Let's quickly go into another game. Maybe we can catch even a piece out of all those three. Let's take a look how the other rooms are looking. Spring and Leaf playing. Oh, Jitar already finished as well. Oh, where? Oh, no, Jitar playing. So we will see. Yeah, Spring against Leaf there. So Byzantine's War on Mapec. This could be interesting. Knowledge. Just tell me something like you would not have seen the game before.
For which one? The Byzantines on?
Exactly, where we are catching up. I think I will catch up with like 75 speed, so we can see at least something. But it will not go too crazy. Like 100 speed will just, yeah. So Atacama flat again. You don't have any big trees to defend yourself, but there's one big tree to get into the middle and some small ponds where you could build some water, but it's obviously on the backside, so not too important. The relic placement is just so unfair for Leaf. Look at this, all the relics kind of behind his base. Byzantine's War, basically, a war where you build like 5 or 6 different units. Rams, onagers, arbalest, camels, maybe paladins, halberdiers, and cataphracts. So, and traps.
Skirmishers, yeah.
Later skirmishers and hussars as well. Yeah, it's so weird.
Yeah, you're making a lot of units. What time are you at?
I'm at minute 6 and we are catching up. Most likely the game might even have finished if you ask that way. Let's take a look and we will see how the game developed. At this time Leaf is having the better population, but not having any onagers, and Spring is doing a good job. Population pretty even at this time. Traps going down on traps raining down on those castles, and the castles are going down at this stage. Oh, at this point Spring's having a great army, 100 against 30, but not having any siege to kill the castles, helping out quite nicely. Now trying to get into the middle, a bit better job there by Leaf. Spring controlling the south area, and yeah, a lot of army there by Spring. The population is not really getting higher at this stage. I'm now at minute 17 knowledge.
Okay, yeah, I'm at minute 22.
Okay, so the game.
I'll slow down.
Okay, so a lot of Arbalest. Arbalest is kind of the best unit you can build in late game, or maybe the key unit. Oh, nice attack here at the top from Leaf. Maybe the key unit, Arbalest, for the Byzantines. The Paladins not having... Oh, they have the +4 defense upgrade, but not having Bloodlines. And you can protect them so well. Nice push by Leaf now. And yeah, Springdar's struggling to get enough units out. Now I've catched up into live stage. 28 minutes now, and so many gold spots are already secured. You can see the map control is just huge for Leaf, raiding the north now, controlling even the second or third spot for Spring here. Only pop 130, 80 villagers and 50 military. Now we are live. Kevin, what do you think about the game so far?
Well, I'm at a different point than you are, I think.
We are live.
Sorry?
We are live. 29 minutes.
Oh, okay. You're ahead of me now then.
Yeah, then just speed it up and get live, and then we can kind of see how Spring, should decide to do, what his next moves should be to get back into this game, because this eco is so unprotected and Paladins raiding so many villages, only at 75, 44 military. He's going back with all his Paladins, so trying to defend there. Now you're being even denied to use the market. Oh, the prices were pretty good still.
Yeah, you know, look at how well Leaf is playing. I mean, you could tell he's a tournament player. I mean, he's got a good eco. He's attacking really aggressively. There's even some points while I was catching up to the actual live point of this game where I kept feeling that Leaf was behind on resources. But despite being a little bit behind on resources, he kept managing to be aggressive with them, and now he's well ahead of resources. His population's way ahead. He has every possible advantage to win the game. If I am Spring, then boy, I don't even see a very good opportunity for him to come back in this game.
Oh yeah, it's so tough being surrounded by all the areas, and he agrees with us. GG. Achievements will most likely be the kill statistics so much better for Leaf, having the better army compositioning, Spring going a bit too much for trash, and not having enough siege in the later game. At the start he had enough onagers. So now we go into the next game. Hopefully we can catch this as well. And it is... Indeed, Bridgewater Atacama going the longest, so the same map again, and now we can slow down a bit. And they didn't start spectator server. Idiots.
Yeah.
Oh, I told them before. Oh god. Okay, but this game will count because Interdimension won one small point for them, and Leaf won one small point for them. Oh man, I shouldn't have rushed through the game now, because if we can't catch up with the third game, that's so bad. Jitar, I will not be his biggest fan. Say it this way.
Yeah, I think there's probably plenty of people who feel the same way.
Okay, so I'm hosting again, so all the players can come in after the game's finished. This shouldn't take another hour, but it can take a bit of time. They are playing for 16 minutes in-game time now, so remember it's not in-game time but real time. So in-game time is twice that much, so they should be at minute like 32, 35-ish. Maybe with some pauses, but I hope we will continue with the next games pretty soon. I will play some music, then we will ask the players to just tell us who won, and then we will go into an extremely interesting setting, because most of the time I love to see hidden civilizations. It will be Prairie, 3v3, Franks, and 2 hidden civilizations. We will talk about the mind games coming up pretty soon. Stay tuned, guys.
Sound muted.
So Jitar finished this game, so soon we will jump into the next game. So guys, stay tuned.
Scream and shake, don't be afraid now. Now move on, now this isn't breakdown. Don't be ashamed, honey, the lights out. Now we'll dance all night, this is the shakedown. Don't fight it, just dance, keep moving. Romance, don't fight it, just dance, keep moving. Romance, just dance, just dance, just dance, just dance. Now make your lips desire, now set your hips on fire. She's only 18, I feel so lonely. I want you close to me, I want you close to me. She's only 18, my one and only. I want you close to me, I want you close to me. She's only 18, I feel so lonely. I want you close to me, I want you close to me. She's only 18, my one and only. I want you close to me, I want you close to me. She's only 18, I feel so lonely. I want you close to me, I want you close to me. She's only 18, my one and only. I want you close to me, I want you close to me. She's only 18, I feel so lonely. I want you close to me, I want you close to me. She's only 18, my one and only. I want you close to me. Oh, I know. I see you when the stars light up. I see you when the drinks go down. I see you when I sleep. Oh, I know. It's the most when the morning comes. Looking over to an empty bed. I wonder where you are. All I know, it's apparent that your mind's made up. Like an undecided ghost I watch, but I remain unseen. Oh, I hope I see you when the time is right, 'cause I'm drowning in a sea of pride. I see you when I sleep. Yeah.
Sound resumed.
Yes, let's get moving here.
So guys, Callan messaged me, let's get rolling again, and we will do exactly that. So I got the game from Jitar. He won his game, so I updated the score 3-1. He won Britswar on Atacama, as we kind of expected from him. And now we go into a 3v3 on Atacama again. With, oh no, Prairie, my bad, Prairie it is, with the civilization Franks and 2 hidden civilizations. What could we expect from those 2 hidden civilizations, Callan?
Well, it's Prairie, so it's going to be a very fast map. You're going to have 2 scouts at the start, very flat. So, to me, clearly, it's going to be Franks, Huns, Goths, both sides.
Okay.
But
Yeah, absolutely reasonable civilizations there. Yeah, it seems like Interdimension is still... Oh, Zuma's AOC just closed, so... Troubles after troubles. It feels like war is coming all over again, where we had like 8 hours for a best of 7. Yeah, we are a bit better than that for now, but it's a deathmatch tournament, so... but we had more games for sure. We streamed the 1v1s, and yeah, even showed like 5 1v1s already, so... At least that's going on for us. Zuma having had some problems, maybe he was now able to join the game after all. But no, he was host, so that's weird. I'm not really sure what happens with them. If the host drops, doesn't the whole game drop?
Yep.
How can they still be there? Yeah, that's interesting indeed. So I think I will just do a quick game of the game from...
Yeah, that's a good idea.
From Jitar, the game from before, to fill the time. And you will tell me whenever they're in the game when the spec countdown starts.
Exactly. Yeah, I'll let you know.
We are so creative and so good in filling time. And yeah, I'm glad that they are giving us so many opportunities to fill that time.
I can't say the same. Sure.
Okay, yeah, neither can I. I'm just sarcastic. So, let's go and take a look how Jitar performed in his Brits War. We will play it at like 75 speed. I think that's pretty reasonable since the game went over 30 minutes and yeah, all the players are there to start the next game. You can give me an update whenever... Oops, even losing a villager there, Jitar. Oh, that's not a good start for him. Oh, that's pretty late. I think like he will be much later concerning pop 15 or something at the start. Yeah, look at this, 17 against 12 at the start. Military 6 against 11. Being a lot delayed there. Kellen, you will just keep me updated whenever...
Right, yeah, I'll let you know.
Okay, great. So I love the usage of... yeah, the small ponds there, getting galleons. Obviously with Spanish it's even stronger, or like Vikings, Koreans and such, but only having some galleons, they perform so well against champions and Abeles. And obviously in those small chokes, rams and galleons are like the key units, in addition to the obvious longbows.
I think you need to check your overlay. I think you are not showing the actual
that's so true. I even thought about it before. Yeah, now I'm getting 15 messages. So now I'm showing it. So I will pause and just show you everything again. So the start... F it. I will just show it again from start. So guys, welcome into game number 4 part 3 here, now with the overlay, and everything should be fine. We can see the start again from Jitar against Zuma. Just forget everything I said before. Now we are back into the real games. I would love if Jitar would build like 2 docks over here and build some galleons. Maybe try one over here, but be denied from Zuma. The start obviously wasn't very good from Jitar. Yeah, losing a lot of time against the first only light calf, but the Harpody was out of position, as you can see, being down a bit in population. Atacama has the map absolutely flat. Most of the wood is in the middle. The relic positioning is looking pretty fine. We are going into the speed run here because the other guys are already in the game and we don't want to miss too much in the upcoming 3v3. So I will just give you some small... No, that's too fast. So I will go with 75. I think that's pretty fine to stay in the game. Yeah, most of the time all the guys are nudging me, but since we have a delay, it would be so much better. Yeah. Well, and especially in the start, I'm watching so much on the game and want to catch everything because there's so much to mention at the start, so that I'm never looking in the chat. Oh, there's still no Rams from Jitba, only going for Onagers here. Onagers obviously so good in this small choke points, but some Rams could help out as well. But the problem is, as you can see, the Rams not really getting through. So the fighting positioning by Jitba is just so much better. I don't think that Zuma should actually take any fights here.
Alright, Nilly. 1 minute 20.
Okay, 1 minute 20, so we rush into this
So
game.
just go fast speed.
I will just go full berserk mode now. Small galleons, but still keeping them in, because it would be so bad if we just got galleon by galleon out there and all the Leash longbowmen could do a lot. I would love to see more map control from both players, especially Zuma not attacking on the left hand side pretty well. Jitba now attacking there, a lot of galleons. We are still on very fast speed. I'm trying to talk as fast as I can now. Galleons coming out. I think Jitba's playing it.
10 seconds.
Okay, yeah, I will just jump into the game a bit
be a
afterwards. Okay, yeah, that's sweet. Maybe they restart and then we can see the whole game here. Now Onagers obviously being the much better choice than Rams. Obviously they can get sniped by longbows, but they're performing on such small choke. Now even Cavaliers, oh, that's not good. That's just a huge waste of gold there. Oh, so much more clever play by Jitba, controlling everything. Now let's take a quick peek at the rally count. It's 2 for Jitba for now, and most likely a 2 or 3 for Zuma. Let's see, a 3 for Zuma, so all the relics have been picked up. And as you can see, Cavaliers just one by one trying to squeeze through here. Not too good. And oh, as you can see, Jitba even sending villagers into death, although he was only at 86. But you absolutely want to have huge amounts of longbows and traps. I don't like those castles, as you can see, easily being sniped over this small trees. Now only just getting sniped. Oh, it feels like Jitba is so much more cost efficient. Let's take a look at kill to death ratio. Oh, that's pretty even. So that's not the important thing here, as it seems. But having so much control, right hand side, building everything. Oh, and Jitba even asking, are you here? Because he didn't take any good fights on the left hand side, and absolutely not being denied on the right hand side. Great play here by Jitba, controlling so much of the map, and Zuma just struggling to do the same thing. So many protected traps now. No Onagers being prepared here from Zuma. GG after 38 minutes. Great play by Jitba, and we will instantly go into the other game.
It seems we have a re.
Oh, we have a re, so that's good. So we didn't miss any of the action. The count is 3-1, and we will jump into the game. All the players are coming back, so we didn't miss any of the action, guys. Pretty proud of me.
Oh, it's not a re. They're just there's something wrong for Leash, and so I guess he's just going to restart Vubly and come back.
Okay.
Not really sure what it was.
Okay. So now they're starting. Oh, they're starting as a restart, as a restore. That's interesting. So we will miss like the first 3 or 4 minutes. Were you in the game?
I'm coming back.
Were you
I
actually
was
in
just
the
looking
game?
around.
Okay, okay.
I was just looking at the previous, yeah.
So it seems like at least Zuma wants to continue that game.
It was definitely better civ placements.
Okay, what were the
So-
civilizations?
Like I predicted, it was Huns, Franks. It's Franks plus 2 hidden, and so both the hiddens are Huns and Gotsboro teams. Except for the Horse Force has the pocket is Huns, and as for the Quendi C, you have Franks' pocket.
Okay.
So I think C has the advantage in terms of civ placements.
Okay, indeed. Frank's middle is a bit better than Hans' middle. Absolutely agreeing to that. Hans having flank, obviously the stronger rush. and you're building paladins only anyways in late Imperial Age, so having Franks, yeah, just a bit better. Obviously the defense with Franks is a bit easier than with Huns, but still should be better for Quendi. So we will jump into the game. I will pause at the start, and then we will just take a quick look at the positioning, and then we will catch up with the game. Spec delay did not start yet.
Yeah, I wonder why the players are taking so long to start everything.
Yeah, that really like kills my mood a bit as well.
Spec delay, okay.
Spec delay started, so I will just clear the rack from Jitar. So I will always have in my next rack as a top. And yeah, so they were obviously above the restart time. Overlay again. Yeah, I will take yeah, exactly. The overlay should be on right now, but I will click it in time for the next game. I promise. So spec delay now to 20 seconds. I have my finger on the overlay switcher, and there we go.
And here we go.
Time black, but then we go into the game. So I will pause the game. Oh, we only had 43 seconds. So the South is Goss against Franks. I actually can stay alive. Goss against Franks. The other side is Goss against Huns. Oh, maybe losing a villager here. Oh, that's a good start for Jitar. His horse force is doing his name, and yeah, delaying the villager quite a bit. And the middle Leash, as we said, and Spring in the middle. Oh, Jitar's calling a re. What?
Wow.
They played another.
It's to be expected.
58 seconds. Okay.
Yeah, well, intervention,
yeah.
if you notice, he lost at least one villager. I think he lost two, as Frank's on the pocket. I mean, on the flank. So.
Oh, and Jitar lost as well. Jitar's had 4 villagers as well. Oh yeah, they lost. Remember, guys,
It's
Prairie game where you start with 2 scouts. So, oh, and Jitar didn't send one of his. Oh, so a lot of villagers should die, but not that many. Okay, yeah, good idea to restart those and go back into an even game. So do you remember how many restarts they had? I think they have 2 or 3. You had 3, right? So I think it's 2 restarts. I will take a quick look at the rules.
Let's see, I got the rules up. Where is it?
So placement matches 2 restarts.
Oh yeah, 2 restarts. So we have Horse Forces 1 restart already. We have Quendi C with both of their restarts still. All 2 restarts.
So Franks, you want to have the Pocket Civilization, and will you restart only because of the civilizations now? Because I think Quendi C is pretty tight when it comes to restarting, right? They didn't restart the Gold Rush game, which was like an easy restart even in 2 factors.
Yep. So clearly, yeah, they're not really up on their restart game, but they just kind of like to play it out, it seems.
Yeah, spec delay started. $40 to go. We have 3-1-4 Horse Force against Quendi C here. in the placement match for the 3rd place in the Uprising 2015. And we are live. And we have Hans at the middle for Quendi. And Goss at the middle for the Horse Force. So Frank War in the top, and yeah, let's see how they will perform with their scouts. Probably you always want to build, if you are flank, your one building with 2 villagers. Oh, now he's instantly asking, re? He wants to
Don't
get the
re.
market.
Oh man, I really hope they don't re. Leash is the fastest Frank right now. He'll take advantage of his side against Orchid.
But Orchid is doing a lot of damage with his light calf. A lot of villagers going down. Spring down to 0 villagers! No villagers for Spring. Mine is dead. You're in trouble? Oh, Spring has only 1 villager. Now they will go full rush. Leaf has a market. I think Spring is in trouble.
Spring is in big trouble.
Spring is dead.
So it comes down to if Leash can hold this, he's gonna take a big double rush.
Oh yeah, Leash needs to defend. But he has a tight build. He has okay amount of paladins. He has 6 villagers. Oh, and look at this. Oh, and this will be full rush by Zuma. It's so weird that Zuma is going for the Goss, by the way. And Leash for Franks, and yeah, it's so weird. But let's not talk about this. Let's talk about how Spring again is down to only 1 villager. And this villager is 10 HP. Now again, 1 villager. Oh god, 0 villagers again. Oh, this is not Spring's game. Oh, Leaf is sending. Oh, and Leaf is getting so many units of Jitar. Just trying to help out. So the thing is, if Leash survives, and he is still at 4 villagers and 25 military, so that's kind of surviving, and even more help of Leaf coming in, I think they got this game. Spring only having 5 production facilities up. 5 production facilities at this stage of the game.
Huge advantage for Quendi C right
Again,
now.
one
really
single
good fight
villager
on the other side.
Yeah, so
wow, losing the villager. Yeah, oh my gosh.
Oh, again, this villager being sniped. So this is the half of Spring. It's like, oh god, this is like real. This is random map play. Like having 1 villager to give him a task. Oh, he's even trying to get. He's sending 1 villager to get the market. What is he thinking? Like, if this would be one of his priorities. Oh, I have 6 production facilities already. I better get more gold now.
Yeah, I think he's trying to anticipate the future a little too much here. Boy, Zuma, he needs to keep this thing out of those barracks though. Okay, he's doing so far okay for him.
And Spring up to 5 villagers on the other side. Leash is getting up his castles. So this will be okay against the dimension. Obviously he will be behind quite a bit, but it seems like he's managing to survive at least for now. This castle should get up, yeah.
Spring is really in trouble though. And I think Leash could be able to hold this. He's taking bad losses, but he should be able to hold. Oh, and he just took a huge tribute.
Oh yeah.
Leash has the resources, and he's got stables to make something with it, so he just needs to mass behind his base for a minute and he should be fine.
Yeah, and he is having 2 castles, maybe 3 up. Leaf is sending everything, and again, Spring is into pop 3! Pop 3! And his town center is being killed. He is defeated pretty soon. Where's Villager? Pop 1! Okay, let's take a look at the other side. That's the only option how Horse can still win this game. If they're killing Leash instantly now. Leash is having trouble. He has only 6 villagers on his own. Here, the town center. Let's take a look. Even the trap shot missed the town center. So, okay, Spring has... Yeah, 1 villager died. Town center... He's not even killing the town center. So, town center
Yeah,
down,
it's
no
gonna go
villagers. So
down.
Spring will not participate in this game anymore. Okay, now they need to kill Leash instantly. But Leash had still one castle. He has 10 villagers.
Spring.
He has a town center up. He's having villagers in the back, building town centers, sending them as far back as he can.
Spring did give out all of his resources.
Okay, that was maybe a
Every
reason why.
bit of it.
Okay, let's take a look. Spring, yeah. Why is Spring getting resources? Oh, he cancelled. Yeah, he is cancelling all his Carthagers as well because he can't do anything
Right.
anyways. Okay, that's a good decision. Okay, but in the dimension is getting pushed back here. Now he
Look at
sent
that
the rest.
army. Yeah, Quendi C has a massive army on that side.
Oh, great play there.
And Orca Interdimension down to only 90 population. Although Leash is only 6'3", but you see that Leaf has 145.
Oh
Most of the
yeah, it
game
was
right now, even
100
more than
military.
Zuma.
Indeed, having a nice forward in the middle, not even building a single barracks, having the market at Han's pocket, controlling all the
Good
areas
raids.
and unnecessary areas as well. Yeah, and
Good
raids
raids on
against.
Jitba.
Yeah, that's so nice as well. Jitba not really getting any farms up, but this will not be the deciding factor of the game here.
Oh man, look at those trebuchets of Zuma. All 6 or 7 of them. 8 of them going down. 8 trebuchets. Holy, yeah, that's really bad. For this early in the game, you need that gold.
Oh, Spring now fighting with his 3 Carthagers. Oh, but the micro wasn't good. Maybe he should go back to 2 Carthagers to better his management. Oh, they're running! They're running!
He wants to make it look like he's still alive somewhere. So he
Yeah.
doesn't
Oh,
want to
he
lose
was
those.
sacrificing one. But still 10 pop. Oh, but he still has 1 archery.
Even if he loses that though, he still has
He's not
archery
defeated.
range.
You guys are
You
mean.
guys are mean.
Let's see, maybe he's going
GG.
GG. Oh man, what a frustrating game for poor Spring there. Just having an extremely bad start, getting 4 instant hustlers in his face, losing so many villagers at the start, never really getting any foods up, and then doing not the best crisis management moves as well. Wow, funny game. And yeah, it's just guaranteeing us another game afterwards as well. I'm not really... Yeah, it should show like Spring achievements. Let's see. Oh, he was even killing quite a lot there, but Society never got higher than 6 there. Leash, who had 2 Lightcuff and 2 Hustlers in his base, did a better defense there with Franks compared to the Huns even of Spring there.